Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wargaming.net League EU Extended Season. My name is Jordi Versmes. I'll be your host for the evening. On the left, I have what was once a friend, now no longer.
Ducky, I need to, before we go to any serious business, I need to present you with today's dress code, which you lost with a bet, so you're gonna manly wear it today, please. When I look at you wear this,
I hate you. Honestly, I hate
it
you.
makes me think of one song all the time, because life is so plastic, it's so fantastic, Ducky, so you will wear this today, like a gentleman, right?
This is terrible. Honest to God, like, look at this thing. It's terrible. We're no longer friends. Honestly, this.
Hey, I would like to be devious enough to buy it alone, but I had some help, so never mind. 50-50 is good enough.
I'll wear it after the first round and beyond. I'll accept my fate. I'm not Ryan. Ryan said he wouldn't wear it.
Chicken.
True, but I will. I'll accept my fate. Just remember, Mojo, like if you don't see me on Facebook anymore, it's because I blocked you.
Harsh, but you cannot live with that for long.
I can try. But now back on track, Mojo. We have also 3 brilliant matches today. First up is going to be Kazna Crew versus Savage Squad.
Kazna is really on the rise. Lately, 3 wins in a row. Latest one against Ding. I would say that was not a happy feat for Ding, but Kazna definitely played well. Deserved to win by far. Broke all the hard situations they had in a match. Even some that they made best mistakes tactical ever, like Prohorovka, famous Kazna 1-2 line push, went all glorious. But they actually managed to pull it through after rotating and so on. So Kazna winning it, and now they're facing Savage Squad. Savage Squad is currently 7th. After the last match day, Kazna is still 3rd, but Kazna caught up with the first 2 teams. So they're really close to both of Sorry, Patrick, to be like with Oops and Utopia.
This is not my happy look. This is me being angry, but I'm still smiling because
Second match. Second match is...
second match is also really good, really fun, man. I'm looking forward to it. I hope this is 3-5-0s for both of us, for both of our sakes, honestly. Can you stop laughing? Because can we please move away from the guilt camera? It's already bad enough as it is. Like,
come on, you have a pink background, you have a pink tie. It's gonna be glorious.
You think this makes this any better?
Yes.
Like, honest to God, nothing is going. All right, Mojo. Second match, Cryptic versus Oops. I think it's gonna be a whitewash. Oops should take this.
Oops won them really recently, 5-1. I don't see any reason to be any different here. Oops is in a good shape, unless they really took a long vacation during this time off. They should take it easily. Of course, Cryptic proved to be a really hard team. Sometimes they had 2 tiebreaker losses mainly against Utopia and Ding, as far as I remember. Not sure quietly, but somewhere there.
Yeah,
and
they brought Utopia to tiebreaker.
Yeah, and I think they might surprise Oops if they're like playing carelessly, but Oops is a team that really plays aggressive, good rotations, and that is the main treat of Cryptic when they are playing well. So Oops can counter them in that regard. So I don't see how will they actually beat Oops here, but I hope they will entertain us and prove us wrong.
There's always the potential for that, right? And then finishing off with my personal highlight of the day, Ding versus Gohard.
Super important match here because Ding is on a losing streak. Like Kazna has 3 wins, Ding has actually 3 defeats now in a row. This is a situation we never saw in last seasons. Ding is actually currently 5th, which is quite low position for them by any standards. I don't think there is even theoretical chance for them now to reach where Oops is at the moment, because Oops is currently 6 points above them. If they take full 3 out of Cryptic to get they will have same number of games like Ding, 8. And they will have then 21 points. That's like 9 points ahead. 3 full games, and they already beat Ding once. So even if they recall, they cannot share a place.
Yeah, so that's going to be the story for Ding. Can they actually get anywhere or at least prepare for the
on the other hand,
playoffs?
we have Gohard, who is actually on the rise. Like, they had really dodgy season, but now they're playing much better. They are involving themselves, better communication, better tactics. Yes, they still do make some mistakes. They are sometimes overly aggressive, but it's much better. And the main thing is when they even start losing or something goes bad, they still can come back in a match. And that's going to be really important here because I think it's going to be a super tight match between these two.
Yeah, I think so too. Hopefully not though, but we'll see about that one. First off, we want to remind you that you can participate in the quest system. If you answer the polls, then you can get some nice boosters crew experience, premium days, and tank experience, if I'm not wrong.
Hmm.
So that's always nice and useful as well.
Easy farm.
That's true. I mean, if you put like 3 of them on, you can really quickly grind, especially with like ×5 weekends and stuff like that.
Exactly.
But now back on track for our first match. It is going to be Cryptic versus Kazna Crew versus Savage. I'm completely thrown off thanks to Mojo. Let's take a look at the bans, Mojo. Himmelsdorf being banned by Kazna. They banned it yesterday as well. They banned it today again.
It's a perma-ban for Kazna. They actually never played it this season, so nothing new there. They're just holding it off. I don't think we will see them play it ever this season because they have no reason to, unless they prepare something special for later. But considering they're doing well lately, I don't see why would they risk. Like we've seen how is Ding doing well with that experiment on Prokhorovka.
Well, Savage Squad on Prokhorovka, it's not a love story either.
Yeah, we have a next map. First map they're gonna play actually is Morvanka.
Morovanka, yeah.
Yeah. So Morvanka will be the first one. It's pretty much the only map they have similar in stats.
Didn't Savage Squad beat Kazna Crew first round robin?
It was a tiebreaker win.
Tiebreaker win.
Yes.
With triple Morvanka win.
Yes.
So, interesting map between these two because Savage, last time around, they had the better of Kazna.
Savage Squad had a really super interesting tactics there,
Double
using
STRV on
double
attack,
STRV and mouses, and no one actually broke it yet from them. So they have really good attack rate, 100% there because of that. But everyone had time to study it. If they're just copy-pasting the same, I don't think they should or will. From the rest of the stuff, like we have ban on Prokhorovka by Savage Squad, which is something that they usually ban 2 maps, and this is one of them. So they're banning, as we see, Cliff and Prokhorovka. Those 2 maps are the most banned. They don't ban them always, but mostly. And Kazna really dismantled Ding on Prokhorovka 2-0, so I believe this is one of the reasons
Very
why
close
this is
rounds,
gone.
though. Very close rounds.
Ruinberg is really super sucky map for both of these teams. It's gonna be a clown fest probably there. How will it end up? But maybe
Kazna Crew has the
practice-
experience, though, on Ruinberg, where they
Yes.
will, for sure, I think, win their defensive round. Might even come close on their attack.
I believe that both of them have really high chance to win defensive round.
Yeah.
And it's only question, can one of them do a good surprise on attack round?
Then Mines coming out, and then Sun, River as our final 2 maps.
Yeah, Mines and Sand River. Mines is definitely going in Kazn's favor by experience and by the plays we've seen so far. But as you said, like, of course, anything can be a surprise here. Mistakes can be made. And Sand River, again, Kazna used to play it really well on a start, but now there is just usually 1-1-1-1 because it's really hard to break some of the defenses.
Yes.
Lately, teams kind of got finally.
Yeah, they got the
hold
hang
on
of
a
how
map.
to defend it,
Yes.
yeah. So that's going to be interesting. Tiebreaker between these two is going to be Ghost on if we get there.
Super Brawl map, it was actually banned by Kazna. So I guess they have only one tactic they want to play against Savage if it really comes to that. And Savage can be kind of a surprising team on Ghost Town. We've seen an all-clipper lineup, if you remember, when they were playing Oops, famous match that ended 5-1, and that was that one. It was glorious, at least.
It was glorious.
Yes.
Now, predictions, Mojo. My favorite part. Let's take a look at them and see. I think I went 5-1. Production went 5-1. You went 5-3, actually.
I kind of have a feeling when I'm watching the maps like Murvanka, Ruinberg, and Mainz, it's going to be really hard for these teams to break off.
I vote with my heart.
Yeah, I think the crucial map here will be Mainz. Unless someone really blunders on Ruinberg hardcore, which can happen, of course.
Which can always happen, but first up, we are going to have Morovanka between these two. I want to see what Savage Squad does, because we saw them yesterday on their defensive side as well. They're going to be attacking first, obviously.
Yeah.
And they completely threw that round only by a mistake from the T100. That was...
Yes, today they are attacking, and I'm interested to see will they just try to copy pasta their old tactic, or they came up with something new. They definitely had a time. It's if they have anything, it's really about time to do it, because they're sitting only on 4 points, same as the last team in the league, and the only team above them is, like, I think Esuba with 5. So I don't see them contending for any higher spots. They need to challenge that 6th spot and maybe enter playoffs like that.
Yeah. Surprises can always happen in the playoff. We already talked about that.
Yes.
If you can
Playoff
get there.
is another story, because any team can just, like, it's one-on-one.
You have some time to prepare. You can't really counter each other that well, and it's one match that really matters.
Yes.
So, Morvanka is going to be our first map for the people that don't know. We have cap number 2 on the open side, usually protected by a spotter in the bushes, and then cap number 1 kind of shielded. I want to see, like you said, if Savage Squad is going to be bringing those double STRVs that you talked about.
Let us see, what do we have here? No, this is completely another kind of story. This is something that you have on Prokhorovka usually. Huge mass of VZs and Bachats, so huge rotation, push force. They can actually rotate any side of the map and strike anywhere really fast. Like the upper cap is a definite option. It's maybe even more risky to go for the lower one with this kind of lineup.
So here we go, Kazna Crew versus Savage Squad, round number 1. Kazna Crew on the defense, Savage Squad on the attack. Already you can see Savage Squad massing up for that number 1 base, but Kazna, it's a little bit more split.
Kazna is split as usual. They're trapping and they're trying to dominate the lower part of the battlefield because they do not want to confront them directly here. They're gonna strike them, probably trying to manipulate that middle passage and shoot them in the back. But they need to be really fast because the cap pressure will be on, and Savage Squad is known for doing some pressure like this. Look at this, we already have 1, 2 tanks in the cap. VZs are climbing up and they're going to do a cooldown against any possible suspects. Izne is a crucial factor here because he needs to keep them in check, he needs to keep them in line with his frontal armor.
Already the bat shots from Kazna Crew from the forest are starting to clip out on towards Danido in that 5A, and he's taking a pummeling so far. Haiba picks it up. That's a quick kill for Kazna Crew, but the cap is still on with Freedom and Latenster in that one. The question is Savage Squad with 1 tank down can actually pull it off.
I think they kind of sacrificed Dani here to make a block for these Bachats to cap, but I think it's really too much because Kazna can actually now just come and overpower them. Look at the advantage in HP, and that one gun will mean a lot in this. I mean, these Bachats of Kazna, they have full clips now.
Here comes Piotr though, gets
there
the
we go,
first
full reset immediately.
onto Freedom. The other batch had already getting resetted as well. Savage Squad now forced to push out of the cap. Piotr is going to be their first target, but they've bled so much HP already. It's only a question if they can actually pull this off. Piotr is in a strong position as well, shielded by the batch shots from Kazna Crew. Nexus from the top and the M48 pattern coming in as well with some shots. The push comes from Savage Squad on towards Piotr's position. We can see Latenster is already being dropped low, and this gap tactic from Savage Squad, it seems like Kazna Crew had a pretty good read on it.
This is really a nonsense play. I must say, I'm really sorry for Savage Squad here. They're mutilated and absolutely annihilated here on the map. There is no shreds left. I mean, Kazna will probably have 7 guys left, and Durst will even survive on 97 HP. So Raven is hiding behind this one little building, trying to maybe steal 1 kill if someone of Kazna is kind enough to give it to him.
Yeah, Raven, the last one standing here for Savage Squad. Kazna Crew coming out strong. Nexus with the triple, finishing the round. That was so quick, I didn't even have time to put it on.
No mercy here on Kazna's side, and that my prognosis of 5-3 might not really happen if Savage Squad keeps playing like this.
That was too quick, I didn't even have time, dude.
I'm not gonna comment on that.
Yeah, but that was a great first round from Kazna Crew. There's tough damage, but very well spread between the likes of the other players like Nexus, Yizna, Piotr, everybody from Kazna Crew surviving. So
I mean, this should definitely put a smile on your face, Daki, considering I have 6 Kazna players in my fantasy team, right? And you have 6.
Can we not talk about that? Like, mistakes happen, man. Like, sometimes you make a mistake.
Ding and Kazna are really similar, so you have 6
I'm just
of Ding
looking
guys.
at the camos, man, to be honest, and then mistakes happen, you know? Like, I didn't look very well. I'm not the smartest of the bunch. My brain's a little bit slow
when you
from
see your
time to time.
ratings after this week in ESL Fantasy, then you're gonna say mistakes happen. What
Man,
a mistake to make.
I'll still be ahead of Ryan, so...
That's not hard.
No, but like, you know, it's something, right?
True.
You never know. I mean,
We need to see what is Voivoi doing. Like, he is a sneaky one.
he is the sneaky one.
He
He has
picks
this-
random people and succeeds usually.
That's true, but now Savage Squad is going to get to defend on Muravanka. The question is how Kazna Crew is going to approach their attack. I don't think they're going to be cap rushing. They're a slower team.
Usually Kazna likes to approach through the forest side and feel the terrain out and then do the rotations. Like, they're not a kind of team that usually does a full YOLO on Murovanka. Before, when Stefan was there, they were really blind shooting the bush as well. So they were looking for those passive spotters, and they're clearing terrain, like really great. They changed the approach lately, but I would say that they're really, I don't know, they mastered their forces. And even without Stefan, they're actually performing much better in this season. And I don't think they're in any kind hindered here on Murovanka. Like, their tactics on multiple maps are really nice, good approaches, good studies. I've even seen them utilize some tactics from CIS yesterday when they played, and it was all executed really well. And let us see, Haiban I7, that's the standard pick of his for this map, because he can use it usually on that cane line for a cooldown action. Diplomat, Piotr on VZ. That's kind of a normal commodity now for all of the maps. It's like overall tank you had like 113 before. Now everyone is using VZs because of that nice gun depression and gun accuracy. On other side, Savage Squad playing with the mouse. Latencer already picking up some random damage while he's approaching the building here. So Kazna was waiting for this, and this is an advantage because if Bachat, as example, pushes Latencer, this shot might be a crucial one.
Yeah, Latencer tried to take that E1 position that we see being played a lot by a lot of teams. And you can't blind shoot it, it's hard. But actually I saw yesterday on NA somebody bring him down to like a one shot of HP. So Latencer needs to play that safe. But they have changed up a little bit. Yesterday they had double mouse, today they only have one. And they had that playing the T100. Today it's going to be Freedom.
Yeah, I mean, double mouse is really slow when you play it. I don't like that kind of commitment. And when you play a mouse, you really know, the enemy team really knows how will you be positioned. There is not so many places you look beautiful and
Mojo,
absolutely stunning and shining.
Mate, I don't want to talk about it. Let's focus on the match because we're just picking some blind shots right now. While they're taking the eastern side control, that forest area with Durs, Vetsu, and Nexus. The question is, can they clear out Freedom from those bushes? You can see he's not actually sitting in the bush, but behind it, because the T100 has such great camo.
It's a brilliant camo. It's a popular called pancake because it's totally flat out. I mean, there is probably not a light tank in any tier, at least in that tier, that can be with that great camo value. Also, it's really fast and it has decent armor, so it's really common that it bounces shells, which is the worst part. Like when you shoot a light tank, you expect you will pen it every time. Nope, this is not that kind of a light tank.
Yeah, it's also very flat, so like a lot of shots, like when you're aiming for it, actually end up dropping low and hitting the tracks, just critical.
Yeah, and he drives and auto-aims and hits.
Yeah.
So if you're a Bachat fighting him, it's actually not an easy situation always.
No, I played that one without V-Stab personally because it has such great dispersion. Yzne, again, coming out in that STRV, doing some damage already on towards K1.
The only problem with that T100 light is his DPM, but after this patch, even that is getting buffed, so it's gonna be a monster.
Just not DPM, the pen and the long distance shots are not that great on it either. Like close range, pretty good, but like when you need to shoot long distance, nah, the accuracy just doesn't work.
It would be too much because you would have like full server of T100's red line sniping invisible. That would be really too much.
That sounds fun to me.
Yeah, really.
But for now, Kazna crew doing their usual where they just spread around the map, try and take some control, try and do some line shots, and at one point, maybe we'll see them move. Another great shot there coming out from Yzne in that STRV. K1 needs to play that position careful because we have seen Yzne in that STRV do some phenomenal things in the last few matches.
It's a Swedish vehicle after all, and he's a Swedish Viking, so he must play that STRV like a boss. Kazna is mastering their forces here from the lower side. This is the only approach they can actually take. Once they put Haiba on this position, guys, which you can see now, they really had no choice because otherwise everyone would be useless. Nexus is the only one keeping the backline free for Kazna, and he will snipe any forces of Savage Squad in the back if needed. And Kazna is just relying here on cap pressure. So it's gonna be only Haiba. I don't think anyone will join him actually. He's just a bait. They're gonna try to do more damage when someone peeks to decap. My bet is they're going to try to lure out Latencer.
Yeah, Latencer is definitely the one that could get those reset shots, but he needs to be careful not to overextend for that because Haiba in that IS-7 will punish him if that happens.
Let's not forget also one very important thing. Savage Squad technically here has one tank, fighting tank less because Freedom is in that T100 light. It's a good DPM machine, it's a fast light, but really fighting tier 10 mediums and heavies, just not that.
No, Haiba still on the cap, 1 minute and 12 seconds left at this point, and now Alpha trying to get a shot on towards those 5As. Latencer peeks out, spots out Haiba, and he needs to be careful for that reset. Really careful, actually.
Yeah, Alpha, I don't think he can even reset from this position here. When you have a solo tank like Haiba is in his i7, even with HE, there is a high chance his turret will just bounce. So someone actually has to take a bullet and come and reset him manually like Luti now. But Luti will not take only one, but probably two and maybe even three for that pleasure.
Luti Pavlo takes one from Haiba, takes two from Yzne in return, does get the reset, but at what cost? Takes another one from Yzne going back around the corner. Dani in the meantime taking some shots as well. That's Nexus from the back lines, getting some nice connections onto the back of that mouse in that K6-7 area. So now Savage Squad bled around 2000 HP for a singular reset. And Haiba's he's happy. He can cap again.
Savage squad is getting farmed here. There is 4,300. Never mind that. Even more now. Almost 5k difference between Kazna and them, and there is still 4.5 minutes to go. You might say even the game just started. And Savage squad is almost checkmated already. This is a situation I see no way out from, and I wish I didn't say 5-3.
Yeah, Alpha taking another shot there from Yizn as well in the SRV. He's having a field day right there from that position. Just making connection after connection. Alpha takes now another one on that pattern, and the HP deficit just keeps getting bigger and bigger as Piotr and Nexus are the only ones from the side of Kazna crew to take any damage.
Haiba, while he was reseted, he even didn't take any damage in that I7. Like, it's a monstrosity. It's in really good cooldown position there. Nicely sloped armor. It's hard to handle it, and Savage squad definitely has no answer for this. In one moment they will actually have to push out, but their HP is already gone. All the main battle tanks that are supposed to push in the enemy forces are on a brink of death.
Kazna crew showing us how to break a classic Morovanka defense. Latencer takes more damage. Raven actually joined him in that position, but he took so much on the crossing. Takes even more, down towards 268 with 20 seconds left on the cap. Kazna crew showing a masterpiece of how to break down this defense. Durst picks up Raven, takes some damage in return, but worth it nonetheless. They have plenty to go around, and now Savage Squad trying something, trying to push on towards Diplomat, but there's only 6 seconds left. Oh, the Amorak onto K1 to just add insult to injury. Diplomat getting a shot on towards Danny, and this is the end for Savage Squad. Haiba peeks out, removes Danny from the game. Luti follows him quickly to the grave, and that leaves 3 tanks from Savage Squad versus, again, 7 from Kazna crew.
I mean, there still has a potential chance to die if he keeps speaking, but Alpha is alone on 7 guys here. I mean, this is really one-sided battle so far. Morovanka is definitely not a map for Savage Squad at the moment.
Vetso picks up his double, and that makes it 2-0 for Kazna crew.
It looks so easy, man.
It does look very easy.
It does look easy, but you have to be really good to make it look so easy. So Kazna is doing rather well at the moment, and Savage Squad is kind of playing passively, and look at that beautiful young man. But we need the camera a bit lower, because the real deal of this tie is the message it sends. Come on, Daki, show it freely to everyone.
Mate, it's already here, okay? I'm not a party girl. Hello? Like, I don't understand.
Come on, life is plastic. It's so fantastic. You know that. You know the lyrics.
I don't know
And
what you're
there we
talking
go.
about.
Kazna, 4 guys in a top. Again, 2 of them about 3k damage. I guess entire team has well spread damage here because...
Again, 7 guns alive, 7 guns
Yeah.
left till the end of the battle. Yizda and that STRV really did a good job to make those connections time after time again. Stop giving me that cheeky smile, I swear. Yizda did a really good job there. I honestly, Mojo, stop looking at me like that. I'm not happy about this. This day better go quickly. Kazna crew is doing very well though so far to make it this quick. 2 good rounds showing how to break it. To break a classic
sorry.
Morovanka defense. We're moving on to Rurenberg, Mojo. Try and keep it together. You okay, man?
No,
No, you don't look okay.
I'm not okay.
This is... Mate, just wait till next week. I swear to God, I will take revenge for this. Rurenberg coming out. Kazna crew is going to be defending first. Savage Squad is going to be attacking. This is going to be a hard nut to crack for them on the offensive side against an experienced team like Kazna crew.
Well, so far, Savage Squad has 0% of win rate in attack, so not so well for them. Kazna is slightly better. I mean, both of teams barely play the map. So I would say this is kind of an open slate. Anything can happen on this map. I was expecting kind of a possible trigger here, but Morovanka already gave us a hint what's going to happen in this match.
Yeah. So on the attacking side, they're coming out with triple I7 and 5A, 2 bats and a Foch B. This looks like a through the middle attack again.
Yeah, it's something they're fond of, I would say. But Kazna has a good rotation force. As far as I saw, they have 2 50Bs, right? So it's going to be really easy to intercept if there is that kind of YOLO. Let us see, Piotr is in T100 light. It's going to be a super fast spot. He's going to discover all the enemy if they are going down through the middle or not. And he sees only Raven, so he will know they're either pushing the lower lane or hiding up. That's why they left Diplomat in the back. That's why they're not committing 100% of the forces there. Haiba, as the slowest tank mouse, already started pedaling long ago toward the enemy.
Yeah, Haiba is just at that fountain area right now as the rest of the Savage Squad team is now approaching through the south side of the map. Piotr in at T100 going all the way down to K0. It's a question if they can kill him. Raven already letting off 2 shots. No connection so far. Takes a big one
But
in return.
Piotr while on move, that's what we were talking about, this T100 monster.
Ooh, but Nexus though in his AMX 50B overextended slightly. Latencer getting the better of him. Nexus down to 260 HP, and that's not good for Kazakhru. But Raven in the meantime gets absolutely removed for Savage Squad, so an even trade nonetheless.
I would say that was not a slightly because he put a leg in a piranha pool, but he is somehow alive. Probably left a bone on a finger. But Raven there, that's a rip. That's already a tank down. So I would say Nexus can pull back and support his teammates from the back, but Raven can just support them vocally now.
Piotr is actually pushing over in towards Latencer. He's trying to go up and over. He's trying to sit safe. That's a fight in the bottom. And in the meantime, we have the fight here between the FE215Bs. Piotr trying to go up and over, but Danny picks him up. Haiba needs to be careful because the Forge B starting to clip out on his side. Haiba, mate, you have to look towards your side. Alpha getting connection after connection. Already got 2, has 3 shots left. 1 now, actually, for that mouse, and then he's going to be back on reload. Savage Squad actually doing a decent job so far on their attacking side.
Yeah, but still the HP is equal here. The only problem is for Kazna, they need to utilize Haiba a bit more in a battle, because from the lower plane, he can just get side shots from time to time. And this Foch will have a reload rather soon, like in 15 to 20 seconds, he is going to be full, and he's going to pressure the Kazna again. There is a chance for Kazna actually to lose this, because the HP is starting to shift in Savage Squad's favor.
Yeah, Savage Squad so far winning the trades. They did lose Raven, but in return they've picked up Piotr. They've dropped Nexus low as well, but now Sk1 taking a lot of damage in his IS-7. Vetsu in the meantime caught out between the buildings. Kazakhru now bringing the pain with Durs from the side, getting a nice clip in the AMX-50B Alpha, trying to get the connections on towards Diplomat. And the trades we were speaking about, Mojo, Savage Squad starting to lose them.
2000 HP now the advantage for Kazna, a bit Somoza trades here, but we will see what will be the continuing for Sky1 is on 90 HP only left, but there is a couple of guys from Kazna that are rather low and easy to take out. FV heavies, I mean, we haven't seen them using this much of numbers in a while, even on Ruinberg. And I believe by the stats I've seen on that new Super Conqueror, that's gonna be a beast, probably to be taken a lot of maps.
Aiba now down towards 43 HP in his mouse. That's Alpha pushing forwards. He's trying to kill him, but he cannot get the connection. He has one more shot. He picks it up, but bled a lot of HP in return for that. They've lost K1. They've lost Danny as well. Luti Pavlo now getting shot in the side by Diplomat as Yizna gets Alpha, and that's the beginning of the end for the side of Savage Squad. In the end, Kazakhru just showing off with the better trades and removing gun after gun as Yizna picks up his triple. That makes 3 of them the last man alive.
A Diplomat and Duras practically had 100% of HP till the end of the game, so they always had a Joker they can put in the play here and put Savage Squad on their knees. Haiba actually tanked that damage like a boss there in a mouse. I think he probably has like minimum 3k block. Minimum.
Yeah, he had a full Forge B clip on him.
2 of them,
much.
more or less.
Yeah, Yizna again, top damage coming out. Very strong performance for him. Nexus, even with that low HP, managing to do 2.8, also impressive.
Is there another player that was playing only tier 8 in the previous seasons? Same like Papa Pavian for Utopia, excelling and becoming effectively probably the best player of the team at the moment. Maybe after Nexus.
After Nexus, probably.
But still, it was surprising because the guy was only playing arties, light tanks, and things like that, and he's now playing pretty much everything same as Papa Pavian, and they are always somewhere in the top of the damage. So really, kudos to them. Good plays.
So 3-0 now in favor of Kazakhru. Ruinberg defense coming for Savage Squad. This is where they're going to pick up that one round that I talked about.
Theoretically, they should, but you never know. I was convinced it's going to be on Murovanko also, but I was surprised. So what can you do?
We can watch and see, and maybe they'll surprise us. They had a good opening in the last round, just like the trades at one point, they just lost them straight up.
Well, Kazan so far never won an attack in this season on Ruinberg, so that's not the best treat for them. Before, when they were playing Ruinberg in old seasons, they were usually using that trick with flipping vehicle and trying to do that on an upper cap. Behind, they had some pretty ingenious way how to get it to the cap, because that was the main thing back then. But this is completely another set of plays, and let's see what Kazan has for us now here, because there is a high possibility they just pick this map to have 1-1 map and just move on the others they want to focus on.
Yeah. But let's see what they bring on the attack, though. Maybe they can pull it off nonetheless against Savage Squad on the defensive side. Kazna on the attack. 4 mouses, double bat, and a TVP.
Ay caramba, I think we've seen tactics like this before. It's mainly
Tornado Energy back then,
yeah,
Hellraisers.
let's block a lot of damage and let's push from two sides. But we will see what Kazna actually chooses to play because it can involve a lot of mind play also.
Well, I think Savage Squad is going to be defending. They have a pretty mobile lineup themselves, but Kazakh Crew biasing themselves towards the north side of the map for now. Double mouse in the middle, double mouse going north with the rest of the bats.
It's one of the versions of this attack. You push some mouses through the middle, they attract a lot of attention. You shoot the defender on the A line from the middle with those mouse tanks, and then you rotate everyone else toward the cap. You push with fast tanks on A line, put the mouses on the cap itself, and you try to win the game like that. But Savage Squad seems to be aware of that, and they already left not one but two tanks on A line, which is not a standard defense for Ruinberg.
You have Danny over there in K1 as well in the Type 5 Heavy. Meantime, Diplomat and Piotr are pushing down the middle road, trying to catch them off. Perhaps Haiba and Yizne are now spotted out, and we have to see how Kazna Crew is going to approach this one.
Yeah, Kazna is going really offensive, and they are going toward the cap, as I said already. They'll take some damage and bleed a bit, but already, look at this. Dani in his budget took a blind shot from these guys because he was on a position that was easy to intercept, but Type 5 Heavy, he is going to be a real problem to deal with for Kazna. Even when they push with butt he can effectively delete one of them.
Yeah, Piotr in the meantime taking tons of damage on his mouse, already dropped below half. That has a dead gunner as well. Raven though in the AMX 50B getting caught out by these mouses. In the meantime, still Alpha, Luti Pavlo looking towards the middle. The cap is on though. 50 seconds left on that one. Kazna Crew so far doing so good. Raven in the AMX 50B taking more damage.
That's why I said you have a crossfire by these two mouse tanks, and no one is even challenging the guys in the middle. Raven is caught in the middle of the nowhere with the 50B. That's a French tank, guys. Like, he has no armor. Why is he there?
In the meantime, Kazna Crew's mediums are starting to rotate around. You can see them, the triple hit squad moving towards the south side of the map. Diplomat is pushing through the middle, and let's listen to Kazna Crew and see how they're approaching this attack.
Clip the laundry, yeah.
Patch it open.
Patch
Yeah,
it,
maybe.
113 will die. We need to clip something else.
50B -1.
I'll give to Danny one.
Then we clip fucking mouse.
Danny, давай. Patch right side.
Do
Stop,
push
stop,
right.
heal, patch.
Batcha.
Go to the right.
Patch it.
I'm
Go
on
on
the,
right, Haiba.
I finish.
Can you,
Divide,
I
divide.
can give the B 3, I can give him 3.
Wait, fuck, mouse.
So
You need to kill Alpha.
I will kill the B,
Type is speaking here, Patch. Type aiming you.
Yes, type is aiming you.
Shot.
Fired.
Shot. I'm reloading.
Давай.
You got the mouse down
B
there?
-1 from here. B -1.
Diplo,
Minus
go back or forward
Be
so
here,
I can
be
clip
here.
mouse.
Go find him with Skoda. Go find him with Skoda. He's one shot.
Can you finish mouse?
Maybe. Yes.
Oh my.
Go find that B, and we're good.
B shot me once.
You need
Here.
to play with Nexus. You need to play with Nexus and Diplo. Nexus has the
Type
round.
tracked.
Nexus has the round.
Type
Type
fire.
shot. I'll push forward.
There you
B,
go.
right side.
He has it.
2 seconds.
Nice.
I want to reload.
Type will probably finish me on next shell.
Can you give him
Give
one
Bat
maybe?
one.
No.
You want me to move closer for them?
Yeah, go.
Yes. Go.
Did you give him
Type
one?
shot.
Diplo, you can just push. You
Yeah.
can just push from 2 angles.
Don't wait, just go.
Type did
Type,
fire, so you
type
can
will
move closer
fire
with
2
Skoda.
more on Diplo,
Yes.
and Diplo needs to angle to a Bat. Nexus enters and finishes. Well,
Type shot. Type is aiming you.
But that is 800. Nexus is
Wait for me, don't push yet.
They can't push Nexus.
We're
yeah.
good.
Hey, when the type shoot.
Okay. I'll push
Did-
from the
did they
left
spot
side.
Nexus?
Yes,
Yes, it is.
spot.
Okay, they're pushing you.
They're
Go
countering
on
me.
my side, my side.
Easy, you could just clip them.
He can shoot through this shit. That's what he's aiming
Yeah,
for
he's
Diplo.
aiming.
Doesn't matter. If he moves, yeah, Nexus can just outrun him.
Danny is going forward. I
Doesn't
might
matter.
finish him.
You need to
Go,
easily finish bad shit.
go.
I'll push him from the left. He
got
might
this.
move.
He's aiming my gap.
I'll shoot Type.
Type push.
Type
Type shot.
Type shot, correct. -1.
That's good.
Давай.
Nice.
I'm tracked.
drive him around the building. Let's see.
Well, good stuff there from Kazna Crew. A well-organized team speak as well.
pretty decent here. I mean, good execution. Savage Squad losing so much HP for nothing in the start of the game, that really surprised me. They had a lot of potential to rotate, to make this game challenging. You saw how it came close even with this. If Raven actually had an HP to deal with it, this game might have been actually Savage Squad one.
Yeah, Raven didn't take so much damage in the beginning. Might have been different. 4-0 now for Kazna crew. A whitewash.
Yes, you're completely right.
Mate, like, honestly, you need to get over yourself.
I can't, it's glittering. So really, I didn't expect this. I told you already, I expected Hardizon not watching me like that. I'm scared now. I expected a lot of 1-1s in the start of the game and maybe a breakthrough on mines, but we are coming now toward the third map and it's 4-0 already to Kazna. It's complete total annihilation. It's not even the whole game, it's just a match.
Yeah, it's very true, Mojo. What are you pulling your eyebrows for?
Nothing.
Jesus.
Completely nothing.
Great damage there from Diplomat when it's mouse. Over 5k, 5.1 actually will round it up to the top.
5.1k there, he was constantly in the middle. He was sniping the tanks in sides, as we said from the start of the game. He caught probably a lot of damage on Raven and on the guys that were trying to snipe Kazna down.
Foolish mistake though from Raven. That can't happen.
I don't know. I mean, tactical team mistake, his personal mistake, whatever it was. Not only his, like, he was not the only one badly positioned for this kind of engagement.
Latencer as well also pushing in at one point in a bot for 3 tanks.
A lot of chaotic plays on Savage Squad side. And now we will see Kazna defending mines and Savage Squad will attack and they really don't attack it well. Mostly it just ends up in some kind of YOLO and if it works, it works.
Yeah, we'll see what they bring this time though on mines. Perhaps they can pick up at least one round. You don't want to lose 5-0, so let's hope they can get at least this very round to show what they can do. They are going to be attacking. It's curious to see what Savage Squad bring, because they can surprise us. They sometimes do. Maybe they bring 5 Fosh this time.
It's going to be a meme, that's for sure. But they chose a normal attacking lineup with Type 5 heavy, actually. That's a peculiar one, but Kazna playing super heavy against them. E3, E4,
Double 50B again.
double 50B is a mouse. We saw them yesterday hide 50Bs, but it's already played out, so maybe they will not play the same. The only problem for them was actually the light tank that climbed up in that game. Otherwise, those 50Bs would do rather well. The problem for Kazna in this kind of engagement is because they're playing 3 matches this week. So every day they play 1 match. So that means some maps they will have to recycle tactics. This might be one of those maps because Mines and Sand River are the only maps that repeat for them. But there is instantly engagement here for Savage Squad. Latencer is crossing and he took 1 shot from Isne. So only 1 shot on a cross. I would say that's even cheap.
It is very cheap actually for that. Raven now looking to get a connection onto the back of that turret from Yizne. Yizne seems to be in a little bit of trouble. He's going to be forced to drive down and let's see how much damage he takes for this. Latencer clipping out on towards that IS-7, already gets 3 connections. Wants to do a little bit more, has 1 more shot. He bounces that one though.
He split Isne in half, but Dani kind of carelessly positioned there also is on half HP. The problem is no one can effectively support Isne except himself. Like he can return 1 shot and then he can get clipped by Latencer. There is a potential for that, but we will see. If he positioned well, it's going to be really hard for Latencer to pen him actually in that position.
Well, that's a good start though from Savage Squad. Yizne is now trying to reposition. Dani doesn't seem to be peeking through the bush. It's now reloaded. If they spot out Yizne here, they could kill him. Yizne gets spotted now though. Dani's going to peek out. Can he get the connection? He doesn't. He bounces off and he takes that big one in return. Dani needs to be careful here in that bat shot. He's down low. Already bounced 2 on the back of Yizne. Yizne should have been dead for this.
Dani, every shot he gives, he receives 2 back. That's the name of the game. But Piotr here, this is the problem, and he's on fire. No fire extinguisher also. Will he burn to death?
No, he'll just survive. But Dani, in the meantime, goes down though, overextending, peeking out too far. Diplomat delivers a big blow on towards Raven. Yizne's now in the safe position though. He should not have gotten there. But Savage Squad, the HP is still in their favor. They're just 1 gun down. But Piotr's a non-factor.
Unbelievable here that Isne actually survived, and it's gonna be super hard for Savage Squad now to dig him out from this trench here, especially because Latencer is the only one who can challenge him. And even if they do, there is a lot of tanks from Kazna that actually have full HP here. Piotr is the one with the problem. And maybe he can even get splashed by Type 5 in some peculiar situation here. Savage squad is holding the hill. That's very nice. There is 2.5 minutes in the game. There was a lot of engagement by both teams, but at the moment, Kazna definitely defending. They have nothing. They have no reason to worry. They have no reason to go anywhere.
No, Latence.
Latence.
Yeah, he took a lot of damage in the meantime as well. HP still in favor of Savage Squad. I mean, that's the only thing they have going for them. Yznes dropped down low, but he's alive. He's in a semi-safe position. And how does Savage Squad approach this now?
Yzne and Piotr are both on one shot, but so is Latencer, and he's pretty much stuck on that side of the field. Yzne will play one-on-one on him all the time. Sky 1, if he tries to rotate, Kazna will spot it. So eventually they cannot push over the island. They are aware of that. They will have to push over the village side and middle and just hope for a better RNG or better shots.
I think Sky1 just tried to splash Piotr, but I don't think that's going to be working out. Freedom in the meantime took a big connection there from Vetso in that E3. Drops him below. Well, drops him around half. Ooh, Luti Pablo actually picked up Piotr.
That was a nice blind shot there. Where did he come?
I wonder if it was
from
splash.
the hill.
He might have splashed him. I don't know if he hit him directly. Latencer, though, in the meantime, goes down. And that is pretty bad.
That's a big loss for Savage Squad because now they're completely losing any kind of pressure from that 1-2 line. And the only guy who can go and do anything about it is Freedom now, but Freedom is also on half HP, and it's a huge risk because one shot by Diplo and Yzne can just delete him from the game. Kazna has a lot of material to also prevent any kind of push from the other side. Now they have almost 1k HP more. Even as defenders, they have that advantage that when they're pushed, they will just do more damage.
Yeah, the question is, how is Savage Squad going to approach this one? Because we don't know, and I think Mojo might be good to actually listen and hear what they're going to go for.
No, I'm gonna stay mid. Like,
Давай нахуй.
if they
Просто
push
не
it till the
вопрос,
house, we
нахуй.
can try to kill
Yes.
this guy.
And Sky has to like push up to here. Then.
О,
And
They have something on the.
no, I'll stay on the hill.
Where?
They have. I think they might have something here because
Okay.
they got spotted.
I think like
No,
if
who?
No, the E4 spotted.
like if you both push to the here, I will from here just pre 50 bees. I'll try to outrade them.
the fuck is that guy doing? Man?
Spotted me. Standing me like a bot.
Yeah, and if
Да, ничего со мной не проехал.
they take
Want me to go
I
to the
didn't
rock
even
now?
get spotted. Going
Не знаю.
Yeah, start going to the rock.
Я не хочу играть. Bullshit.
They'll just annihilate me, you know?
Ну, они готовы к приему.
Go, Pablo. We go to the houses, I think. Go.
I'm not
просто
spotted
пытайся
yet.
аккуратно проехать.
Wait.
I'm not spotted yet. I'm not spotted with the type. I got there safely.
Я заметил.
Ты просто сделай так, чтобы просто отсюда не могли стрелять, не знаю.
I'm here
Когда
safely.
ветрить?
Can you shoot?
Дабл трак.
Nice.
Man, look at how much HP did. Okay.
Yeah.
Go type.
Yeah, they're losing part.
Короче, я ушел. Давайте.
Куда ты
Репки
ушел?
придушки. Да
Mouse
за
is
что?
pushing me.
Нет,
можешь-
камбэк.
Так сейчас кинь.
Это комбак, easy, кумбак.
Иди.
Yeah,
20
easy.
seconds.
Да мы должны убивать других.
Gonna farm some fantasy.
I found enough fantasy, man. Fucking-
Man, who the fuck is this bitch?
10 million damage.
Alpha,
О,
E3?
блядь.
Давай, Скай, ваншоты раздавай.
thanks.
What? No, wait.
Вот.
Kill him, man. Just kill him. Easy.
I try.
I trying.
50
Don't
B is
try,
also
do
there.
it.
Next to E3. Right.
I'm
side.
loading.
But he's like a one shot, isn't he?
If to be 500.
Скай. Take this.
Yes?
Who is spotting me? Who?
Тебе.
Where's the second fit to be?
They kill me Latin if I go there.
Oh, Heba.
Mouse
Hello?
will kill me.
Alpha, I have like 10 seconds.
You want me to spot again this E3 or what?
Maybe.
Nah, I can't do anything from there.
Okay, блядь.
A full clip.
No, okay, okay.
50B.
Oppa!
I can't see them. They're watching skating.
They're
I
watching
can't,
me, yeah.
I can't spot the A3, huh? Ah, there we go. Oppa! Finish him! Can you finish him?
No.
Wow,
D4.
man. Fucking diplomat hit me a cola, man. Oh.
D4.
Okay, I'm loading.
Where am I being spotted from?
Fuck! Okay, Bled, nice. Thanks for games. Rocha, давай,
Okay.
man.
Well, that was
Entertaining.
an interesting team speak.
I was like, I had the feeling Alpha was like entire game listening to a song. I have a feeling someone is watching me. Like he couldn't figure out who is spotting him entire game. But this is a rather disastrous game for Savage Squad. 5-0 loss here to Kazna. There's not gonna be a happy memories about this one.
No.
There's absolutely no way they can break this defense. I mean, too much HP, only 3 guns left in a game. Nexus, probably the best player of Kazna on 100% HP, got bored and he's just going, yeah, I'm just gonna go and find them.
Yeah, and Sk1 might find Yzne. Probably not, though. Yzne gets a nice connection onto the top of that turret.
Isne still alive.
I don't know how he's alive.
Still alive. And kicking.
Some bad plays there from Danny, though.
A lot of bad plays on that side from the Butchats. I was really surprised to see Isne actually cross the field not once but twice. And to survive. But it did happen, we didn't dream of it. And the result is kind of obvious.
Well, Nexus, oh, he got tracked. He's going into ramp, Freedom. Maybe he can still do it. Freedom, the last man alive. Nexus on the chase. Freedom picks him up. Oh, poor Nexus.
Well, last glory kill for Savage Squad here before the game ends, which is right about now. 5-0 for Kazna. Rip my any kind of assessment of this match. 5-3, that was like not even optimistic. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it was very optimistic. I should have bet with you about that one. I would have won for sure.
Maybe, but it would be a result, and you thought 5-1. So.
Oh, okay, that's true. Diplomat again, though. Nice. 4,700 damage coming out from that E4.
He was always playing the TDs on mines like a monster. Like he was really excelling on that.
Oh, you could hear he hit my cupola.
Yeah, things happen when you peak, man.
That's true. Nice damage there from Diplomat in that E4. It was a chaotic round, though, for both Kazna crew and Savage Squad.
A lot of mistakes on Kazna's side, like that play with Isne having like he had to go down and only him aiming toward the Wattler. I was really surprised. Like there was literally no one else watching. Will someone cross? And then going like, I don't know, it was really ridiculous. Like he was going down with I7, then going back with I7, and he actually survived it. That was the funniest part of it. But still, it was more than enough for Kazna to win. And
Diplomat
again,
3,300 average damage. Pretty solid.
For playing 7-on-7, nice.
Yeah, and then Yzne coming out, another great match from him. I guess you're happy.
I'm saying not too shabby, not too shabby.
Not too shabby.
2 wins for Kazna out of 3. They're playing next.
I made a mistake. I could have bought the full Kazna crew team, man.
Let me see. Who are they playing? I think they're playing a Sub or someone next. I'm not sure.
I could have bought the full Kazna crew team.
Yeah, I have 6 of them. And I took 1 guy from Oops just for lulz.
Just for lulz.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah. Kazna crew just completely dominating Savage Squad. Not much to say about it. Every single round and the close ones, they just beat them with experience by better trading, better positioning.
Well, Kazna 4th win in a row. Rather, I would say impressive. 5-1, 5-2, 5-1, and then against Ding 5-3, and now 5-0. So they're definitely not dropping a pace. And this triple weekend will maybe be crucial for them. They will jump to 19 points now for temporarily. They will actually be even above Oops. But Oops has, let us remind us, Kazna now has 9 games and Oops has 7. So even that 1 point more doesn't mean that much anymore. But it's really crucial because now they're not somewhere far behind,
Yeah.
looking up. Oh, what are we gonna do? They're actually challenging the first spots.
That's true indeed. They have now started challenging those first spots. After this Mojo, though, we are going to have Team Cryptic versus Oops to see if Oops can take back that #1 spot. But before that, we're going to be taking a small break. We'll see you right after that. Welcome back to the Wargaming.net League Europe extended season. I'm always watching my name because I know they're going to do something with that. Like, that's the thing. I'm always afraid.
Why would you make it think so?
You know exactly why, Mojo.
They're lovely guys in production, but we've seen annihilation
Lovely.
of Savage Squad, 5-0 for Kazna. Rip my all prognosis for the match, but still my ESL fantasy team is doing well.
That is true. Now let's take a look at the updated standings with Kazna Crew winning their match. Like you said, currently first, but obviously Oops has a match in hand.
Match in hand, actually, they have 2 games less than Kazna,
Yeah,
so
2 games less
whatever
than
happens, they still, I think, have a high chance to overtake Kazna. Utopia, of course, sitting there on 17 points. They're a bit struggling now. I believe 1 or 2 defeats in a row, and they're stuck on their place. I'm afraid there is that old curse of Utopia. They start the season super strong,
Yeah, and then they slack in
and
the
then
end.
start slacking, and then they end in playoffs, and then in playoffs someone just plays better than them, and Utopia doesn't go. So the only time they actually went to season finals was when they were second, as far as I
With
remember.
Miloš.
Yeah, they were second, and that's when they played here in season finals. So they better pedal harder for those top two.
That is true. But now, focusing on this match, it's going to be Cryptic taking on Oops.
Well, not really a great matchup here. We are talking about rank number 8 team, Cryptic, against rank number 1, Oops.
Those sometimes are the hardest matches, though.
Yeah, because if you underestimate the enemy, you can make it super hard. But by experience that Oops is showing this season, by the patience, tactics, good rotations they're doing, I don't think they're playing around. I think they really want to win. They have the potential. They have a player potential. All the changes they've made are good. Their team speak is solid. There is no like poison or hate on it or whatever. Like they're really solid team now, and they deserve to be number 1. Cryptic, they look like they're having fun when they play. They're not like really obsessed. You can see in their voice like, yeah, it works or it doesn't work on TeamSpeak. They made some really huge surprises so far, like against Ding 4-5, against Utopia 4-5, but always missing that one game.
Yeah, the issue I have with Cryptic is that sometimes it just feels like they have one plan, but there's no left, there's no right. It's just one plan, and that's it. They don't change it up. And when Plan A fails, it's like, well.
Well, interesting is only a moment when I actually saw them have a Plan B was on Prohorovka. And they're gonna play the first map, I believe, here against Oops. So we're gonna see that later. That's the only time where I actually saw them, okay, this is not working, let's do something else, and it worked out really well. Otherwise, they're not a Plan B kind of team. They just go and it works or it doesn't.
For Oops, I just want to see a dominating performance from them. They can't come into this match easy breezy, lemon squeezy. They need to put on the fire. Need to see my man, the creator, make some plays here and there. Who do you have in your fantasy team from Oops?
Maybe Kamil?
Oh, I think he's going to do very bad today. Sorry.
You're hoping that the only player out of Kazna I have can do bad. I can afford it.
I just feel like this is not going to be Kamil's game today. I think Kazna crew might lose their next match as well. The tides are turning, Mojo. Karma.
Another bet?
No. No?
Another bet? No?
No, no. Break about what?
A bet about will Kazna win or lose next match.
Who are they playing again next match?
I actually can't remember.
No,
but they're playing on Sunday.
I'm not betting then. Who are they playing? I don't remember. If I know who, maybe. No, actually, no. 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 I am not going to be tricked again into this betting thing that you have going on here, because this is the result. I am not a party girl. I don't want to party. I don't like to party right now.
You're a very party kind of guy. I know that for sure. But it doesn't have to be a tie. It can be a hat.
No. Definite no, actually. Thinking about it, definite no.
But look, you can wear a tie and a hat then.
Definite no. 100%
but
no,
why?
actually.
You're so convinced. You won me when I was like 4-1. You took a bet and I lost.
And I lost 3. 3 of them.
That's details. You won the one that matters.
Uh-huh.
So next week we're gonna both wear something.
Oh yeah, you bet you're gonna wear something.
you don't know. You need to wait for the new one I have. You're not worried about that even slightest, right? You're not worried about that even slightest.
No. Pretty sure people at home are enjoying this very much.
I just keep it cool, man. Don't think about it at all. Don't sweat it.
I'm not thinking about it. I'm just thinking about what you're gonna be wearing.
Okay.
But yeah, for Oops, honestly, I don't know. They need to be super strong in this match to keep showing dominance. You can't slack anymore throughout the season. They don't want to lose any more points. They've already lost one against Utopia.
Well, the first match in the season, Oops played Utopia. Who didn't watch it? It was actually a good match. It was a tiebreaker, and then Deha put bonds on his account, which was forbidden. So they kind of, out of losing 4-5 and having at least at 1 point, they were punished for 5-0 loss. And all the bonds were removed after from all the accounts and everything. So it's a mishap. It was nothing really big of a deal, but it cost them a bit of a points there. And that's actually the only loss they have in a season. I believe everything else was
everything else they won clean.
5-2, 5-2, 5-2, 5-2, 5-1, 5-1.
Yeah, everything else they won super clean. So I don't know. I just wonder if they can keep it up for a full round robin too.
We will see. They don't need to keep it in the same pace.
Be the first time they qualified for top 2 as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They always had to play playoffs.
It's an interesting dynamic to not play. Some teams work really well with not having to play, and others just fall to pieces.
I don't know. I think it's always better not to have to play playoffs, because in playoffs you are usually facing one team in first round, and then who wins goes to the finals, and they just play another round then with the other winning team to see the seeding. And that's about that. But it's one match that decides the entire season you played so far, so it's much better not to risk it and keep all the tactics you have. Watch other teams sweat, watch what they are playing, because they can't hide anything. Playoffs is too important, and you can prepare. Even take a little rest, whatever.
Take a little rest, take a little holiday.
Whatever, man.
You're just gonna spend some of that.
You
flow.
can't do it in advance, man. You need to wait for the payout.
It's called investment, you know?
The forward investment?
Exactly.
Okay, that can work.
He's just gonna be confident about what he's gonna be, gonna be earning this season. Mojo, stop laughing. I hate everybody and everything.
Why do you think everyone who is laughing has anything to do with that glittering pink lovely tie?
Because of the way you're talking to me right now, that's exactly why.
It's not sexist. Come on, it's cute.
I swear to God, Mojo, like, my friendship with you has ended. It has ended. I'm
You
done
said it
with
so
you.
many times that it cancels each other, you know?
No, it doesn't. It definitely doesn't. It doesn't cancel anything.
So what, two lefts are not right? And
That's
how goes?
only Ryan uses that statement, honestly. If you turn left, you're still turning left.
Okay. I believe we have a slight hiccup. We need to wait for one of the teams. So we're going to spend some time doing something else.
Yeah, we are unfortunately waiting for one of the teams. So in the meantime, we're going to be looking at the top 5 Europe video. Enjoy. Tomasz! Not that Tomasz, other Tomasz.
Alien looking for a tracking shot here in the back.
12
Nicely done there
seconds,
by
10
Alien.
seconds,
That
9
tracking
seconds.
shot was enough done. 7 seconds, although Senya just moved out the cap circle.
Oh my god, he resetted himself. They might lose a game because of that.
Senya moving out the cap circle here could have thrown it. Now it's going to come to a team battle here. Who can actually focus the guns most? This is where I thought that Ding's kind of discipline and experience would work in their favour. They have dropped Andre. They're going to try and focus now into Gremic, it looks like, and number 1 at the same time. So many tanks here on Ding now, down to a one-shot.
Blocking number 1 here, like...
Straight up blocking number 1, we're down to
You're not
5
gonna
seconds. Senti's going to have to push in, down to 2 seconds. There's a reset coming in, back to 7 seconds. Pashkapisa now is going to be the next one to move in, try and get the reset. Senya is now blocking for the rest of his teammates. Pashkapisa kills Senya, but we're back down to 3 seconds. It's right down to the wire here, but does Who Care have any guns? They don't! There is the cap there by Ding. Did the match timer run out?
No. It was a cap, as far as I know.
The map time ran out.
Second? I didn't
I just thought I saw the red thing at the top and I was like, wait a minute, did they run out of time?
And bloody believable.
Holy sugar.
Andrew, now reloading. Muka will have reload advantage though. It's not over. It's not over at all because Unji is going to go down here right now against Never Carried. There we go. Piku in the meantime has died. That means he fell onto a rock. 10 seconds left now. Never Carry gets spotted out looking from the top. Papa Pavian still not spotted though. Never Carry gets the shot. Now Papa Pavian needs to die. 3 seconds left here. Lukin, you need to get a reset. 1 second left. Finally he does. Comes over. He's going to go down for that one. With 4 seconds left, Lukin going out with style, gets the reset and picks up the round for his team, making it 1-1. That's 2 guys that died to physics in 1 round.
That's raging spotted. There's a nice connection here by Kaizo on E3 actually. He penned the first shell immediately.
Stefan
potato.
Well. Coca collapse and Stefan remove Raging Potato from this game. What on earth?
How do you lose an
doing?
E3 so easily?
What were you doing? Insane is covering both angles really well, but I do not understand why Creator is sitting like this. Camille's going to get reset right here. I'm pretty sure he's going to get reset. As soon as Stefan's through, they need to peek. They need to peek right now. Stefan out in the open, in his mouse. Camille doesn't connect the first shot, and he's not... Well, he should connect the second shot at least. He's tracking him. Beautiful stuff from Camille. 12 seconds left.
That's all he needs to do.
That's all he needs to do. He tracked Stefan twice. Beautiful play from Camille. Beautiful.
Zafar coming from the back, but
Dead.
his double creator deleted him from the game. And
Stefan
this
missed.
is such a cool game to watch, man.
Whoa, good stuff there from Oops. Very good stuff actually also from Kamyon.
Look at this hyper aggression coming out here from Who Cares, going straight up the banana road. Lucky Blast is only tank down south, but have Ding read this, Mojo? Look at the gun line lined up here.
This is super aggressive. 7 guys all in, counting that maybe Ding tanks will not be numbered, and they're just gonna use the high DPM. You can see Breaknik is running away. He's just trying to make sure he can do the shot if they push.
Now this is interesting. So WZ5A is being used for effectively a cap rush tactic. Now,
9
the King
seconds.
is the one on the edge of the road. There's no reset going to come in because the King is blocking all the shots. Andre's going to step up as well.
They're
All
gonna
the
get-
capture points here with Senti and Grimmick. Ding are not ready for this. They can't get to the base. They're being completely outplayed by this cap rush. Senti and Grimmick with all the capture points, and Ding, no reaction to that whatsoever. Way too slow.
Twice. Block him. Finish him.
10 seconds.
You need to kill him now, or he'll die. Reload. What's your reload?
5 seconds, 5 seconds.
He will kill me.
Shut up, let him play.
Kazo has only 2 cells.
Just kill Kaizo, mate. Let him play. Nice.
He's reloading. GG.
Oh my god! I think I heard some drumming there, by the way.
Dude, that's the last shot. What a close game.
I'm an expert at recognizing drumming. I realized that.
Drummer recognizes drummer.
Party girl, drummer in my free time. I'm talented. What can I say?
Multiverse within Ducky. Well, I believe the teams are finally ready.
The tie really brings out your hairstyle, party girl. Mate,
That's almost entertaining, right?
that was almost a
Attempt
joke.
of a joke?
Was that a statement or a joke?
I don't know. We will see. Maybe there is a follow-up.
Scottish humor. Nobody understands
believe
it.
the teams are
you know
ready.
why?
Oh, why?
Because they don't speak English.
No inglés? Oh.
Let's look at the maps between these two. Ghost down the first ban for Cryptic Mojo.
Ghost Town ban. I mean, it's like a perma ban for. Actually, no, it's not.
It's not. That's what I was wondering about.
No. Actually, other map is, and they're playing. Oh, there's gonna be something interesting here later. Ghost Town banned here. Murovanka on other side. I have no idea why did Oops actually choose some of the maps to ban, because they play them by far better than Cryptic, so they can just ban whatever they want.
Yeah,
in
that's
this map
just
pool.
Oops is just deciding really what they want to play.
Ghost Town, on other hand, this is not even one of the best maps for Oops, so I guess Cryptic just wants to avoid it because it's a tiebreaker, so if they have a lucky break, they just don't have to show whatever they have prepared for that one.
They don't have a lucky break, but they have a lucky blast, though.
True that.
So Prokrovka is going to be our first map, and then Himmelsdorf being played by Cryptic against Oops. I don't know how I feel about picking Himmelsdorf against
Brave.
Oops. Very brave.
Brave. Oops is one of the best teams on
They
Himmelsdorf.
give Tornado Energy a run for
Yeah.
their money on Himmelsdorf.
Great rotations, good readouts, good attacks by Oops here. Really brave, considering I've seen only one successful good attack by Cryptic here, and it was a straightforward rush.
Yeah. Cliff being banned by Cryptic. Now that means that they are going on to Rurenberg, which
was
is
their perma.
which they've never
perma
played.
ban. Yeah, they never played it. So we can see one of the situations. They will probably try to surprise Oops in some
They've never
way.
played Rurenberg,
Yeah.
Mojo.
They're-
We've had this during past seasons as well, and we've said it. Maybe they'll try to surprise them, and then they lost to 2-0. Every team that tried.
Most of the teams, yes. The best example this season is Ding, who tried to play Prokhorovka several times now, and every time they lost 2-0.
Yeah, not
Didn't work out well, right?
I mean, they did well yesterday, just small mistakes. But yeah, interesting map pool between these two. Let's take a look at our predictions, though, Mojo. Let's see if you're going with giving Cryptic a little bit more credit. Ooh, I gave them more credit this time. Interesting. No, we're not betting. Don't even ask me. I don't want to bet anymore.
Why?
Mate, I've worn enough ties, okay? I think it's time for Ryan to wear something.
I don't know, man. I think one of the teams will have to lose 4-0 for him to take a bet. You know?
Probably. But yeah, between these two, I said 5-3. I don't know. I think Cryptic can take maybe 1 or 2 rounds of
If
Oops.
Oops plays in a manner we've seen them so far, I think it's gonna be 5-1, 5-0 even maybe. If they kind of play sluggish and experiment a lot, the point being like Prokhorovka is definitely a map that Oops doesn't play much. That's why I gave that one. So they played only 2 games there and not really particular success. There was one mistake made on one side, on the other side they played really well. So Prokhorovka could be a map they will lose 1 round, but even that mistake they made, I think they can do better. So it doesn't look well for Cryptic. Also, I saw Cryptic play decent on Prokhorovka, so it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
They know to do good rotations here.
I mean, Mocho, let's get this party started.
Exactly, that's the spirit I was looking for entire night.
I get into Prokhorovka between these two. You don't have to smile like that now.
I'm just following up on this one.
Yeah. That's the only one you're gonna get made. To be honest, like that's the best I could come up with.
Okay, so Prokhorovka here.
I mean, unless you want to party with juice boxes, I'm all for that.
What?
Juice boxes, man.
What is that?
It's a juice box is a box with juice inside of it.
How do you party with that?
I don't know, man.
I'm too old for that. I don't understand what you're talking about.
Mate, disappointing.
Oh, really?
Really disappointing. But now Prokhorovka is going to be our first map between these two. The Caps, one in the middle, one on the western side over the rails, and it's going to be Team Cryptic taking on the defense with Oops, the tough giraffes, taking on the attack. Let's see about the lineups. Team Cryptic, what are you bringing? I'm not surprised. Are you?
A lot of wizards, 1 IS-7 there for a better cooldown, and 2 Bachats on defense side for Cryptic. On attack, a T100 light from Oops. So they can do a really super aggressive spot wherever they choose and follow up with the rest of the team. Like, possibilities are endless. Like, they can even decide to play 1-2 line with this. They can go to the village side and spot with the light on the center. Like, they'll be faster than any Bachat or anything else.
You can see double Bachats from Oops in the beginning, making their way towards the G0 position as Insane takes the middle spot, and it's just Milosh that's going to be driving in the middle.
Wow, I hope he will have some kind of cover, because if he's left alone on this side of the rail, he's gonna get annihilated by Cryptic. Cryptic is not afraid to push on one guy.
No. Insane in the meantime spotting out the eastern side of WZ's now for Team Cryptic are moving towards the rail because they have seen Oopses.
Yeah, but Miloš is not spotted yet, so he is a bit left of alone here. But Oops is approaching that middle rapidly. They're going to try to prevent Cryptic from even playing any kind of cooldown over the rail or cross it. But if they manage to get a light tank around the cap there, they actually might create some kind of pressure.
Insane's now all the way going around them. Milosh got himself spotted out in the middle area. He needs to be careful because those bad shots from Cryptic are starting to make their way towards him. The 5As from Oops have now approached the rail as well, and they're trying to make a little bit of a crossfire here, and it seems to be working out so far for Oops. Milosh from this side. Cryptic so far has not reacted to the threat of that 5A. Lucky Blast is now coming on towards the side, but pure skill is bleeding, and there come Camille and Carol. They're coming over. They're trying to do the damage. Oops is going for the up and over as Gremic is isolated in the northern side of the map. Pure skill drops towards the one-shot, but the push from Oops continues, and they're trying to make it work. Halu's the next target in his 5A, and he's going to go down quickly as well. Raging Potato in the meantime for Oops gets back across the rails though, and Oops is just making this a slaughter. They're down on HP, but look at the gun in the game.
The gun in the game is still on Oops side. The budget of Cryptic will go and reload now, and Oops should have an upper hand. They still have those 3 one-shooters. The problem is only the last one is Insane and light tank, but even a light tank can just penetrate the tanks in a back. 4 guys from Oops against 3 and 1 burning one from Cryptic.
Yeah, Insane now gets behind Gremic in his 5A, who went to deal with that northern attack. He actually, oh no, he didn't bounce. Now Insane will get the better of him. Already on 2k damage actually in that T100. He picks up the kill. Beautiful stuff there from the T100. Great play from Oops. Great counterplay. It's just Lucky Blast and Micmac and their bats on the run. But don't think they're going to be able to escape this one.
It does look like Oops completely anticipated what will Cryptic do, and they just did a really good countermeasure. If I remember, when Cryptic played against Kazna, they lost 5-0 because Kazna just went into their face on every possible map and preventing them from any kind of rotation.
Yeah, just outplayed them with aggression.
Yeah.
Pure aggression versus aggression, and then the player skill came into effect. Micmac making a little bit of a run for it, but it's only a matter of time.
it's gonna be only about the mileage here. It's not gonna be about the victor. The victor is definite.
And Insane's chasing him down anyways in that T100.
The thing why is Micmac actually running away if it effectively comes to that tiebreaker. Tiebreaker is decided by the fastest winning attacking route. Since Oops is attacking now, Micmac will try to buy some seconds for his team, so Oops at least cannot, for this game, choose a side. But of course, tiebreaker would be very far-fetched option here.
Well, Micmac peeks out on towards Insane, gets double tapped by him and Kamil. And that's the first round going in favor of Oops quite comfortably. And that's a good read there on what they were doing. Crossfire with Milosh and then just dumping over as Gremek is isolated against the T100.
If Cryptic wanted to play super aggressive and careless, they would probably find Milosh and kill him and win the game. But it's really harsh to think that Oops had no coverage, and by the time they realized the heavies are on the other side, they really were in no option to push because Oops would just shoot them in the flank anyways and annihilate them while their budgets are far away. It was just a good read by Oops, an aggressive play, a bit of a risk, and that's it. But Insane playing a second damage dealer on a map with his light, that's really cool because he actually ended up in a back position behind them and he was sniping them in the back constantly.
Not happy about Kamil being first there, mate.
Why? Kamil is like only in my ESL team. So what's the problem there? It's just a good day, Daki.
This is turning into a really bad day. I think I'm just gonna go home and go to sleep and forget this ever happened.
Now we're gonna go out tonight and celebrate. We're gonna party, man.
You wish.
Well, another game is getting prepared here on Prokhorovka. Oops will now be defending. We have no reason to believe they will play more static than they did now. They're just gonna go take the positions. They like to play on the other side of the village side when they defend Prokhorovka, but that was only one time.
I don't think they're going to be playing super passive though, because Cryptic has shown that they can break the passive defense against multiple opponents.
And team that has a good cooperation like Oops doesn't have to play passive. They can play in the face of Cryptic. Now Cryptic can maybe try to use that, but so far didn't work for them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Oops will be going super passive. We'll see though. Team Cryptic, I expect them to bring out those 5As again. It's their standard go-to, like the 4 or 5As in the IS-7. They might change it up, but if the first round tells us anything, doesn't look like it.
Well, Oops is just super prepared this season, so they're hard to beat by anyone. Cryptic definitely being last on standings at the moment. He has a hardest possible opponent in a season and probably hardest for them by the Oops playstyle because Oops can counter them with the speed.
Oops now going to be on the defensive side. Team Cryptic going to be on the attack. We'll see what they decide to go for as Team Cryptic is going with that 4 times 5A with the bats behind and Oops. I'm going to STRV there in the mix. Let's see. Both teams so far going towards the middle. Deja, I hope he can do a lot in that STRV actually.
Yeah, no big change here. Cryptic took 1 budget more instead of one of the VZ tanks, and Oops pretty much replaced a light tank for a STRV that is played by Deha. So they still have 2 budgets, the same VZ lineup, and Deha is playing an STRV. Yeah, Insane went to budget now, but that's just details. Potato, potato.
Creator peeks up and over. In the meantime, the 5As from both teams getting spotted out. Some shots being traded, but none connected so far. Karolf and Raging here trying to play against Gremek and Pure the King. Trying to get some side shots. It's just a little bit of a standoff.
Insane is already departing and he will monitor the back of his teammates. He will probably park on a rail to see if there is any flanking maneuver by the budgets of Cryptic. They have 3 of them, so they have a bit of more leverage than Oops. Also, STRV is not the tank that can really push and get the shots in. But Oops so far is just holding their ground. They're in no rush. There is slight amount of damage exchanged and it's all in Oops' favor so far. 1 shot given to Hollow, 1 to number 1. Love Claudia, that's so sweet and romantic and everything what you want. But Insane is spotted now on the lower line. The only problem is there is absolutely no one who can shoot him.
Micmac and Senti are trying to make their way towards him though. He needs to be careful not to get got out over there. In the meantime, the 5A still trading in the middle. So far, Oops getting the better of them. But if these bats get behind the lineup from Oops, it could be disastrous. In the meantime, counter rotation coming out with Deja, Insane, and Kamil. Starting to take some of that 1-2 line control.
Yeah, but Lucky Blast is still waiting there. He can effectively clip out Kamil if Kamil plays carelessly. But if STRV positions to pound on these heavy tanks unspotted from the bushes up, that's gonna be pretty much the end. Micmac is trying to snapshot a bit on these heavies. I think that will be the trigger for Oops actually to push.
Okay, here we go. Karol, Raging Potato already pushing forward. Insane coming on the meantime. On the other side also, Pure the King is the first target. In the meantime, Santi, Mikmak trying to get in position to do the damage. Insane, Deja, they're all pushing forwards. Kamil as well. Lucky Blast needs to have a big impact in this game because his heavies are starting to be surrounded. Number one is going to be the first target for the side of Oops. Insane will probably pick it up. There we go. Now Gremek trying to push over, and Oops seems to have found an isolation. They're down in HP, but they're doing good at removing Gun from the game. They lose Creator, they lose Raging though, and now Oops needs to make this work. They need to start taking guns away from the side of Cryptic.
It's still not decided, but Oops is looking better because they have a STRV who is pumping damage from the close proximity. Milos is still alive, and we know what kind of beast he is in his heavy tank. What a low roll on that Bachat, oh my dear god. And there we go, Bachat from the Oops should be in reload rather soon.
Milos in the meantime dueling with Gremek. Gremek getting slightly the better of him. Deja needs to be careful as he's about to get flanked by Lucky Blast and his Bachat. Insane is about 8 seconds away of reload as well. Kamil 12 seconds. Milos really needs to pick up the skill. Deja in the meantime can't do much as he's flanked by the Bat from Lucky Blast, who's going to make that kill, but Insane's coming in to help him. Actually, Insane and Kamil probably going to go for Mikmak first as finally Milos wins his duel. Lucky Blast now on reload. That leaves Mikmak all by himself, and Oops again edging themselves forward in this one.
Better cooperation, better focused fire, and that's about that. There is no big brainiac action in this game. They gave the lower ground to Cryptic. They were waiting for someone to start clipping them from that side, so would actually push forward. That's why they intentionally bounded it, because they had more guns. They took a couple of shots in the back, but they knew that most of the time Bachats will be out of the game.
Indeed, and the Oops push was just more focused, you know, when they have 6 tanks going for just a mere 4 because 2 bats are out of the game, Lucky Blast clipping from the side. They just have that better focused fire, it's just easier.
There was a lot of damage taken by, on start example, by Raging Potato, not because he positioned badly, it's just like he was focused out first and he was the easiest one to shoot for guys of Cryptic. But he hit well, he bought time also, and the remaining guys from Oops had clear shots on the Cryptic guys who were always in lower position. When you fight on Prokhorovka here, you actually never want to be down. When you are down, you usually use all initiative and you just die.
Lucky Blast in the meantime trying to pick off Insane, has 3 shots left. It's not going to work out for him though, has 1 more chance to pick up Insane. There we go, now his final shot, he'll put it into Kamil. That was a triple kill for Lucky Blast, but Kamil going to pick up the final kill of this round with his double. Makes it 2-0 for Oops.
It's interesting how you say Kamil picks up the final kill for this round, which will probably make him have a really good round again.
You want a solo cast? I'll just go away, mate.
Why would you do that, Kamil? Be happy for our friend Kamil. He's doing really well.
I'm so happy.
There you go. That's the smile.
Wow. Elated.
So it looked kind of close in this game, but the upper hand was all the time held by
Kamil,
Oops.
stop doing damage, I swear.
But Lucky Blast was above him, see?
It doesn't matter, I don't have Lucky Blast on my team.
Is there a chance I think Ryan has it actually?
Maybe. But it doesn't matter, he's so far down the bottom.
Even with your ding ping?
Yeah, he's going to be so far behind, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Again, full out brawl by Oops toward Cryptic. Something we said is a strong point for Cryptic, but when they're faced by teams with a good focus fire and determination, like Kazna is, like Oops,
I don't know about this map. I don't know about this map coming out. Himmelsdorf between Oops and Team Cryptic. Taking on Oops on Himmelsdorf is brave.
It's brave.
It's very brave, especially when you have 33% win ratio on your overall Himmelsdorf.
We who are about to die salute you. That's their new
Oops
code.
has never lost the defense on Himmelsdorf.
Are they playing defense first?
No, but they're attacking first. They only have 75% on attack. It's
and
okay.
100 on defense. Like, yes, details.
Details.
Cryptic, I hope you are planning something really original for us, because we do want to see it dearly.
Well, they better have something original planned for us, because if not, they're going to go down rather quickly. They're going to be they're going to be defending first, actually. So that's the one thing they have going for them, I'd say. Let's look at the lineups. Very heavy. No bats for Cryptic.
2 mouse tanks and E3 and Ice 4. I don't like when I see Ice 4. It just evolves around positioning it on 1 or 2 spots that are all known. While Oops has 2 mouse tanks and Type 5, so they have a really good setup in 50Bs. They have a good setup to decamp the upper positions easily.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I want to see what Oops brings on their attack because it's gonna be them. Seeing them play on attack is always interesting because they always have like a really good split, a lot of rotations going on, and they seem to have the timings nailed down very well as well.
Well, we talk about rotations. Look at the Oops setup. They have 2 50Bs, 1 Batchat, and 1 on 3. Potentially, that's like 4 tanks that can rotate. Usually, that's 3 of them, a Batchat and 2 50Bs, and 1 on 3 will always roam between those super heavies and them to be kind of a link. And usually, what they do is, most of the teams, they just leave that 1-1-3 because of the hard turret exactly where Milos is on that sandbag so he can spot. Quite a lot of blind shots here coming in from Cryptic, but I don't know why, because there is no real position where Oops would keep a tank there. That's usually a position for something like old school FVTD, if you remember, shooting that galley.
Yeah, that's indeed true. Also pay attention to Camel's loadout actually. For this map he has 10, 20, 10 APCR, 20 heat, because he's going to be shooting at those heavies a lot of the time. Those small things people might not always notice.
Pure the King here watching the lower line. There was some brilliant round here played by Karolf and Oops when they managed to bring the game back after losing Raging in E3 against Gohard. If you remember, Karolf was tanking there like a boss, couple of tanks, and then
They put him in the Type 5 now, it has more HP.
and that derp can pen anything.
So now they're going to be making their way forward. Karolf and Insane starting to approach. Pure the King still holding an angle into those trains. You can obviously shoot below them. Might get a connection on towards one of the mouses at least. Some early damage. They need it. They're down a little bit. Micmac in the meritorious position.
I don't like the position of Cryptic at all. They're relying everything on Senti and Lucky Blast doing some kind of surprise against Oops and managing to pen the shots from that far distance. Like everything is evolving around that for Cryptic. But look at this, Micmac and like the TD that's played by Halu are pretty much isolated up. So a strong push from 2 sides on upper cap could break them easily.
Well, Pure the King spotted them out. He's now going to be falling back to more safe position where he can angle. Raging to take 1 shot on the crossing, but that's going to be it so far as well. He's now Pure is now holding another angle to see if those mouses are coming. But Oops doesn't really push K-Line. They just kind of take control over it and then rotate.
Yeah, they usually leave 1 tank there, 2 max, and then they rotate everyone else. But they might try to change it.
They're pushing it now. Karolf and Insane are starting to make their way across. Pure the King is going to be their first opponent when it comes down to it. They're just going to go behind a house for now, angle off of it. And what is going to be their next move once they've done this?
They will have to cross in one moment. But look at this, Raging is taking a lot of damage in that Type 5 Heavy. Type 5 Heavy maybe has a really nice derp gun that can counter most of the things, but definitely doesn't have the best armor because of a lot of straight edges on that armor. It can be penned even from vast distances.
Yeah, they did trade in return though. Lucky Blast took at least 2 shots of damage in his AMX-50B for the damage taking onto Raging. Pure the King peeked out versus Karolf, took 1 shot from Insane as well. So far, Oops, they're not losing the trade, but they're not winning it either. The rotation is starting to happen though. Creator is making his way towards the hill. Ooh, and Insane and Karolf are actually starting to make their way forward. They want to take out Pure the King from this game, but...
And they can, and they're bouncing all these shreds. Look at this.
Insane. I think he just had 7 ricochets in a row off of his mouse, and now Karolf can start dueling with Pure the King. He's not going to be happy about this one. It's a 113 versus a mouse, and Karolf getting the connections in. Pure the King can do as much as he wants, but in the end, he's still going to go down here, and that's going to be a big opening for the side of Oops.
It's going to be a huge opening here, and they will still have 50Bs ready to roam wherever they want. I was thinking, like, they even have a choice when they attract the attention here with Mouses. They can even cross with one of the 50Bs and just finish off Pure the King. But it's not needed. They judged well. They're sharing HP between Insane and Karolf. Look at this, like, both on 1700. Everyone is taking a shot at a turn, so they can be a fighting machines all the time. And there you go, Pure the King is dead. And Oops has a tank advantage already.
Yeah, tank advantage, HP all even, but that gun in the game and the positional control that Oops has now currently gained is going to excel them in this round. In the meantime, Micmac has left at a 7 position, so number 2 base, if Oops decide to go for it, is open again.
And that's a huge problem now here for Cryptic. Cryptic does have 250Bs in a game, but when there is a huge cap pressure here on the upper side, and then there will be a pressure from the lower side, if there is no good rotation coming in from Cryptic now that can surprise Oops, they will lose the game. But if they catch the 50 Bs now while they're approaching up in a good read, a blind read, they can actually win a game just by that.
The issue, though, for the side of Team Cryptic is that Milosh is still in that window position, so he will spot those 50 Bs if they do decide to cross. Micmac already took a little bit of damage for that as well. They cannot cross safely with Kamil and Milosh. They will get spotted.
No, Milosh is really keeping a hawk eye on them, and that's why we can see Creator and Deha are playing really conservative there. They immediately pulled back, and they will do some side shots now.
Ooh, Santi on the crossing getting cut out a little bit. Takes one shot of damage, but now he got a cross. But that doesn't really gain Cryptic anything. Santi's in no man's land. What does he do from here?
He'll probably die.
He's going to take one from
There we
Kamil
go, Kamil,
right now.
wake up call.
Kamil's like, hello. Santi's like, I don't know what to do now, guys. Deja, Creator, they're starting to make their way forward. Santi, I think he realizes he's in trouble because nobody's going to come and save him. Deja, Creator just about to come off reload, and that is Santi down and out. Creator peeks out together with Deja. That's another tank down for the side of Team Cryptic. One more shot to finish the job, and there we go. Santi goes down, and now Cryptic, what do? 2 guns down, and Oops with complete control over the map.
I have an idea what's gonna happen. YOLO one way, but it's gonna be a mouse and really a lot of slow tanks. So what's left here? Lucky Blast, but Lucky Blast cannot cross. So they're gonna have to find a way to decap Kamil, which is rather easy from the window, but how do you decap 50 Bs? You actually have to come straight for them. Milosh is already crossing the green yard, and he is going to monitor that. Mouses are pushing from the rail, and they have to keep at least a mouse and an E3 to deal with that. So that leaves Raging completely free to just drive and get in their backs.
The triple cap is now started for the side of Oops. Well, double cap now. 52 seconds left on that one as Insane and Karov are still making their way forward. That leaves Halu in a position where he is forced to watch them. He gets a big connection towards Insane, but that is the moment that Karov and Insane are going to be like, we can cross further. Raging Potato is starting to close the distance, and here comes the push from Team Cryptic. Micmac, #1, started to cross over. Insane actually goes down towards Halu. That's not that great. Milosh missing a shot as well, and these 50 Bs better do the damage now because they're going to be in trouble if they don't. Creator, Deca starting to clip out. They tried to get Micmac out of the game, but he's safely behind that mouse. He's getting shot in the back though. Creator getting perma-tracked actually. Kamil picks it up from the side. Lucky Blast in the meantime removes Creator from this game. And Oops, starting to look a little bit sloppy.
No, I think they were just taking the initial engagement because they decided that they want to trade. Yes, Insane dying to Halo was something they didn't count on, but they decided, okay, number love, Claudia is pushing, Ice4 is pushing, we're going to take out Ice4. Definitely we will lose something, but we'll again lower the number of guns. And they peeked from 3 sides. We saw only 2 guys shooting 50 Bs, but there was Kamil behind the church and there was also Milosh peeking in their backs.
I just love how the Team Cryptic side just got flanked by Raging Potato and the Type 5 who drove around them all the way through the 3 line. He picked up Lucky Blast and he's now starting to shoot them from behind as Kamil and Milosh remove 2 more guns from Team Cryptic. That leaves just Halu and his E3 in the train station, but the train's going home, mate.
Yeah, we already said, like, this is a really highly favorable map here for Oops, and Cryptic just lost their defense. I mean, not yet, but it's gonna happen in really near future.
Yeah, 29 seconds left on the cap. Not really any way out for Halu. Milosh coming from behind, looking for some damage, gets the shot on towards Halu. Milosh is 890 HP, so he could technically die to Halu, but realistically he won't. He's side scraping, Halu doesn't connect the shot, and with 5 seconds left, either Milosh kills them or they cap. Milosh just about to come off reload as the cap hits, and that is it. That's Oops picking up their 3rd round in a row, 3-0.
3-0 for Oops, something we already expected as a result. I was thinking maybe there is a chance for Cryptic to pick up a round on Prokhorovka. It didn't happen. This might even end in 5-0 score again, like a last match. But Oops showing a good form still, even after the vacation time, and Cryptic just doesn't have an answer for them.
No. Not working out well for them. Milosh coming in with 5k damage as well. Great play in that 113. And Team Cryptic, once they lost that 113, game over pretty much.
Yeah, they
also when Micmac left that position, like...
They had no answers.
No.
And Oops was just always a step ahead of them,
And
they were just
crossing by himself. I don't know what was up there.
I don't know. Like they were just like trying to react to what Oops does, but Oops already had plan ahead, and they already had like a game 1 minute ahead what they want to play, while Cryptic was just, oh, maybe we should do this or that. And they were always forced to do things that Oops actually wanted.
Well, now Team Cryptic is going to be attacking.
There is a chance for them, actually, much better than to wait for Oops to come.
Yeah, Team Cryptic is going to be attacking. Oops is going to be defending. Can they break Oops' defense? I don't know.
A hard YOLO, maybe, but I
They already
believe
done that.
they've done it. They can maybe make a new way to do it. Maybe they will find a new way to surprise us. They did surprise Ding in that game on Himmelsdorf, but Ding is often surprised lately, so we will not take that as a true merit in here.
No.
Oops is the one to measure it with, and we know they react really well. So at the moment, we need to see what are the picks coming in, because there's going to tell us a lot about mentality in the Team Cryptic at the moment. If you see a really fast lineup, we know what's going to happen.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll judge them by the tank picks who are just about to come out. So let's look. Team Cryptic, no, fairly standard setup, Mojo.
3 mouse tanks and a TIE 5 heavy, rather slow setup. I'm super surprised. Only and Pacha 1050B. On other hand, wait. It showed like from wrong sides. Like the Oops is attacking and Cryptic defending.
But Oops just attacked.
Yeah. Well, it was just a graphic error, I guess. Oops is defending, as we know, and they're playing with 2 mouse tank size for 2113s, 50B and E3. 2113s. I haven't seen lineups with 2113s in a while, I can say. Maybe they will try to press even a bit down the rail, more aggressive than usual.
Double 113 pushing down though. Can they catch somebody from Cryptic here with this? It's not like 100% usual. What?
Ooh, immediate connection on Pure Duck King, and he's 113. But he did have a medic? Was that no? Was it the commander he lost, or was he just tracked?
I think he was just tracked.
Okay, he just repaired and went in his spotting position. So Kerolf is taking the lower position here on the rail. He will monitor the lower K line to see is Cryptic trying something like a super heavy push down the rail. It was done in previous seasons. If you remember, Ding was doing that really well with a couple of mouse tanks. But it's an old meta that didn't work in a while.
No. Lucky Blast did make his way through the 8 line though, in that bad shot. But they have Insane in that IS-4, the position we hate so much. Holding off on that cap over there.
Seriously, I think there should be a mural of Meritorious there. Like, he deserves it. He's the first who
like
played
a stone.
Like, rest in peace, you know, with a nice face and everything.
Be careful, dead Meritorious.
Yeah, Meritorious was here. So
multiple times actually.
Multiple times.
Insane's actually pushing forward a little bit.
It's like a proper video game. You load and you die many times over. We saw Oops play several times from that side, even kind of baiting the enemy to come and attack them while they were keeping some tanks hidden from the upper side. And also we've seen Insane playing IS-4 rather radically different than other guys, if you remember. He was actually attacking, chasing people, spotting constantly, and so on. So he was not like a passive guy just waiting behind the corner for someone to come. So that actually brought Oops a lot of information in previous matches. Maybe if Cryptic knows how to sneak someone behind him, they can use it against him. But he's also relying a lot on the information from his teammates. So if nothing is spotted anywhere, he will not risk moves like that.
I just want to point out, Team Cryptic is sending a Type 5 back over the hill.
It's going to take a while.
It is going to take a while. It's Gremek in a Type 5 heavy, climbing the hill again.
It's going to be a long round. But sending super heavies over the hill says only one thing to us guys. They will have to commit on cap number 2, because there will be no time for any further rotations. Once they commit there, that's it. And once Oops sees the first tank, they will know. That's it. That's the play.
Gremek slowly making his way onto the hill in that Type 5 heavy. It's going to take a while before he is across. When they do get across though, they are going to go for number 2 base. There's no other way, and it won't be time for anything else either. Halu pushing forward, Gremek as well. They're all waiting. I mean, all Cryptic is doing and all that's going to happen is they're going to wait for the super heavies to come across the hill, then they're going to make their way towards the cap.
Yeah, but that's, again, that one-sided play we were talking about, plan A, and there is no plan B whatsoever in that kind of regard. If they get stopped, that's it. The round is over. And the time will be critical. They will need at least 2 more minutes to even get in position to attack. It's going to be 4 minutes. That means
he just made his way to the top of the hill. 1 minute and 30 seconds later, I think.
So he needs to go over now, go downhill. I mean, Mouse doesn't go faster downhill anyways. It's still 20 kilometers per hour, no matter what. So not the best play there. At least they have... no. They don't even have an advantage in HP.
The giraffe camo just feels so weird on the city map. Honestly, it just feels so weird. But Oops seems to be, I mean, kind of ready for this at least. They've pulled back Creator, Deca's waiting there as well, Insane. Even if they do come over the hill, they're going to take damage for this and they're not going to be able to do much in return.
If this is a 4-0 already and we are going to mines like this, I think this is going to be like 5-0. 5-1 at best if Cryptic picks up their defense on mines. But the play they're going to make here will be crucial if they want to come back in the match. I don't like this kind of one-sided plays. I really don't, because they don't have any kind of backup plan. But if they make it work, great.
Santi on the crossing takes 2 shots of damage. Gremek now taking damage as well. That's Creator and Deca from the back lines, making it work. Raging Potatoes now starting to rotate as well. Halu taking some in his mouse, and Cryptic is bleeding all over the place to make this approach. They're going to bleed some more on the crossing as Deca is holding the angle. Actually, he bounced that one on Gremek. That Type 5 is annoying to shoot at. You don't always penetrate.
No, not always, but still. The chances are much higher than with the mouse, who is angled, of course.
Now, does Gremek actually have time to kill Insane? Because he's going to need at least 4-5 shots to kill that IS-4.
I don't think it's going to even come to that. I think Oops will muster forces and push way before that moment. It's going to be a lot of mini clashes on the map. Karol will probably push on number 1, Claudia, and let us remember, he can even just bypass him and leave him because it's a mouse tank. He doesn't care. And then that will be completely 1 tank less for Cryptic, who will come into the fight maybe 60 to 90 seconds later than anyone else.
Number 1 trying to get that connection through.
I seriously think this
little
Karol
gap.
should just leave and go.
Yeah, he could just abandon this position if he wants to. Number 1 is trying to control him though. Karol needs to be careful. There's an angle there for number 1. There we go. Nice connection. 477 on towards the side. The cap has started off for Team Cryptic. It's Lucky Blast and Halu shielding him.
Again, a huge sacrifice here, but the mouse tank can angle up well, and then we have a Type 5 waiting for enemies. There we go. This is approached by Oops, coming in now. 500 damage on Camille, but the team is progressing, and it's rather cheap. Lucky Blast took so much damage there, although he was theoretically protected.
Well, here comes the tanks from Oops around the corner. Gremek in the Type 5 Heavy is going to be the first target. Raging Potato needs to line up the shot though against this mouse. He might go switch over to the Type 5, trying to do what he can in Gremek, but the HP, there's so much down already. Deca picks up Lucky Blast in the meantime. Gremek is not going to get another shot off. The flank comes out though from Micmac from behind together with Santi, but is this going to be enough to actually make a difference? Do keep in mind a lot of the HP for Cryptics on the other side in number 1 in the mouse, and they just lost another tank.
This is complete annihilation here. We have only 3 tanks from Cryptic left here, while there is Mouse on completely opposite side of the map here, and he's out of the play, and he will be beat by his heals all the time by Karol.
Yeah, Karol chasing him, not letting him go anymore as Deca is going to put a shot in towards Santi, who's on reload, trying to run away. Micmac, full HP bad shot, also on reload, and there comes Creator from the back lines as we know it, making the plays.
Yeah, I noticed that Camille was first in line. Not a good play, mate. Not a good play.
Great play, actually, from Camille there, showing what it is to be a team player. Number 1 in the meantime, still dueling with Karol. He is getting the better of him, but the rest of the team's kind of dying in the meantime.
Yeah, by the time he gets anything done to Karol that matters, the game will already be over, and there will be a lot of Oops players coming for him.
There's a lot of HP on the Oops team as well. Miloš Deca pretty much full. Miloš picks up Micmac, claims that for himself. Creator halfway through his reload, 12 seconds left. Number 1 is getting shot in the back still by Karol.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's not the best shot.
Getting shot in the back.
But not damaged.
I didn't say damage, I just said getting
Details.
shot in the back. Need to be specific, Mojo. Creator might pick up another kill here, or Karol's gonna do it from his position. Let's find out. It is gonna be Karol in the 113, and that is 4-0 for Oops as well.
Really a lot of hard matches today. Landslides. Complete landslides.
Who's defending first on mines?
It's Cryptic.
I don't know, at least something, right?
Well, that's a chance. But we've seen Oops attack on mines, and it's really strong. They have 70% win rate on mines, which is horrific.
5 players from Oops in the top 5. Very one-sided.
Camille is not there.
Good.
Ah,
Give a
you
little
can't
bit
win
of
them all.
spotlight to the rest of the team. Sharing is caring.
Yeah, that's very generous of him, but I do need those fantasy points to catch up to Daki Kamil, you know? I did a lot of investment here. Help out the brother, come on.
You don't deserve any help after what you did to me.
What? I just made you pretty.
There will be this day, Mojo, when your happiness turns to ash in your mouth and you will know the debt is paid.
I just realized that actually that tie goes really well with the Cryptic's logo.
Uh-huh.
Look.
Goes really well with the WGL logo as well.
Looks cool.
Yeah.
We have you in the stars.
Because I shine bright like a diamond.
Ah, there you go, there you go. That's the spirit, man. We are looking for that.
Man,
See, there are
I
stars here
swear to
falling
God,
down.
man. Like I hate you. I hate all of them.
Ah, come on,
everybody.
don't be like an ugly duckling, man.
And
Share the love.
I am the beautiful swan. Okay, Mojo. Like I'll have you know, please. Thank you very much.
Okay.
But now mine's coming out between Team Cryptic and Oops. Cryptic gonna be on the defense. Oops on the attack. 5-0. I think it is.
There is a large possibility for that, but even if... I believe that Oops can just go out and brawl and they're going to probably meet Cryptic who just go to the middle. I mean, this is that kind of game, I believe, coming in. But let's see the lineup. If they have slow tanks, maybe they'll try to camp it out.
Yeah, Team Cryptic is that kind of team that would push the middle, actually, versus Oops. But Oops should expect it at the very least, because it's happened time and time again. But let's see the lineups. Oops on the attack.
And there we go. A full push lineup here coming in from Cryptic, together with a light tank that's usually used to block then. While Oops has a Camille on a light tank, Raimental, and the rest of the fast tanks. There is not a single slow tank in Oops lineup.
Oh. Yeah, but they only have one bat. Like for the hill, they have one bat and the Borsig, that's it.
Yeah, but there is other options what they can do with this.
Well, we're going to have to see what they actually do decide to do. Here we go. Chinese heavies making their way towards the hill. So is Dech and Kamil. It's going to be a quick engagement in the middle, Mojo. Let's already listen in with Oops and hear how they're going to approach this one.
200.
Okay, indeed, they're yellowing.
We need to overmatch TVP and heavy.
Yeah, go with all heavies and push to VP. He's gonna die straight.
You have to
Man,
go
focus,
straight
can you
aggressive.
focus bot, focus bot, focus bot?
3.
I'm pushing TVP. I'm pushing VP.
Push to the right.
Yeah,
Cloud,
go,
cloud,
go,
I'll
go.
do one more.
DVP should be on reload.
Give us please.
Just push over,
you
man.
mean
Just
fuck
push
the
over.
Focus
Two tanks on the hill.
Claudia.
Let's go back.
Hold the shot.
One by one.
Yeah. I'm finished. I'm finished.
I
Left
can
on the
finish.
hill.
I can finish.
Remek 1.
Remek
Remek 2.
is almost on the reload.
GP minus 3.
Remek is reloading. The high can kill him.
Go for pure.
No, the high shot.
You can get out.
Go in front. They will shield each other. You need to focus.
Yeah, but if you're not going in, like,
Go.
now the light
Yes,
is gonna
go.
kill you from the butt. Like, if you want to fucking go aggressive, you have to go aggressive all the way
Can
in.
you put one?
Cannot
I
just
can
let
finish,
them
I
make
finish,
some
okay.
shit.
Yeah.
Kill Alu.
VP reloaded.
DVP will be, yeah, DVP
I will
is
give
low.
one more shot and die.
They have keep 2 for the GP. Kill the GP, they have. They have the
Well, Mojos, it's a close round though right now. Decha picks up Senti. It's a 2v2. Lucky Blast though is important. Gremek has full shots as well. Gremek needs to make sure he picks the right engagement here.
He needs to pick the right engagement here, but Creator needs to protect Decha. Decha is actually the guy who will win or lose the match here, because if he loads, Gremek is dead, and they know it. This is why he is the top priority here. Creator will do everything to clear Gremek.
Ooh, Lucky Blast picks up Decha. Creator picks up Gremek. It's the 1v1 right now. Creator, this is your moment. This is the moment to prove everybody what you can do.
What
Nice
a connection
shot
by
on
Light
the
Tech
move.
here on the move. Like
820 HP versus 735. A 2-shot versus...
I don't know, man. 3 times?
3.
You have to shoot 3 times Creator to kill him. But this is the thing. Light Tank can easily outmaneuver Creator here. But Creator will probably have to go and start capping somewhere. Unless he can fall down and find Lucky Blast blindly, he will have to resolve to capping sooner or later. But there is a lot of time in a game, and I believe he can actually spend it while looking for Lucky Blast for a minute or two before resolving to something like that.
It's going to take a while before he figures out where he is as well. He did know the last approach that Lucky Blast was taking, so that is something to go with. There's some bad communication there between Creator and Decha, though. Decha should never have been exposed to Gremek.
Never. Like,
I mean, bad positioning from Decha as well. He should have just been taking the T100 shots and not care.
Exactly, and he would reload, and then he would do at least
Yes.
2 shots or 3 shots.
And Creator should just push
that
Gramek.
would be that would be the game. But it didn't happen that way, and we are watching one-on-one the closest game so far between these two. And Cryptic actually doing decent, at least in one game.
Man, you know what I would be doing if I was Creator?
Hmm?
Insane's Rex on the hill. I'd push Insane's Wreck off the hill and push it onto the cap. And use it as a shield for one side. And then play
Yeah,
hold down behind it.
that actually would really be okay, because if you cover your engine, it's not easiest thing
Well,
for this light to
yeah,
plan.
Insane's Wreck is next to the hill. Like, it's like on the right of Creator. It's like right there. He could push the wreck off the hill. It would take him like 30 seconds to a minute. Like, he just passed it. And he could shield himself from one side. And the T100 would pretty much do nothing against it.
I would say the best thing would be to push on a 2 cap and protect himself from the island side, like a narrow angle, and just keep it on the front.
Thing is, he will just get outspotted though. Like he is right now. Ooh, Creator. Seems to be aware of Lucky Blast's position, but Lucky Blast can just run.
Ooh, he's zeroing in. He's zeroing in.
Lucky Blast.
Why are you not running away,
Why
mate?
is he not running? This is a small mistake here from Lucky Blast. He's going to be spotted out by Creator. I mean, he can't play Ring Around the Rosie though. He spots that Creator now. Backs off. Didn't actually get spotted. Oh, he got spotted now though.
Uh-oh.
Now he can play Ring Around the Rosie. Creator needs to go from the left actually, because Lucky Blast can just turn around. How does he play this? He cannot go for this. As long as Lucky Blast plays with the house, he has the advantage.
Yeah, Creator will try to fade, so Lucky Blast loses the vision, and if he peeks on the wrong side, Creator will do one shot on him and have a huge advantage already. So that's the deal. Lucky Blast, the DPM of this light is not good enough to deal with a heavy tank, because Creator has 8.86 reload. There we go, Lucky Blast manages to spot him. So this is going to be a really game of patience. 5 minutes here. Creator needs 2 shots for Lucky Blast. And if he manages to check him in the first one, that's not going to be a long one.
Lucky Blast has the option as well. If he wants to run, he can actually pass the house.
He should run now. Now would be the best moment for him to get the hell out of there.
He could run past the house if he wanted to, but he's just going to play it around it. Creator again coming out of the fade. Lucky Blast is running right now. Creator does not know that he's on the run. He's going around, and Lucky Blast is getting the hell out of there. Creator is not going to see it.
That was a big fail by Creator to let him go on that way, because this was the only possible escape route for Lucky Blast. Lucky Blast can now just circle him around the map, go on the island, go anywhere far, far, far away in a galaxy far beyond.
Creator now realizes what's up. He's going to be driving straight forward, trying to find Lucky Blast again, but Lucky Blast is already moving on towards the island. This is actually, I don't know if this is okay for Lucky Blast. It depends if Creator can spot him out or not.
Creator is just wasting too much time. As you said, he should have played different. Like, either chase him from the very first second or just go for that cap with the corpse.
He is going to go for the cap now. The thing is, Lucky Blast has so much angles, so much map to work with if that does happen.
It's going to be a miracle if actually Creator pulls this off. And it would require a big mistake also from Lucky Blast.
Thing is, the question is if Lucky Blast can actually get the connection, like if he can get the pen. Does he have HE with him? Yeah, he does actually. 2 HE shells. That's important as well, because at one point, if the cap gets too high, he can always load HE.
Let us see. Creator, you can see he's really nervous here, because he has no idea whatsoever which way will Lucky Blast take. Lucky Blast can take a pick. He can go from the base, he can go from upper position, he can go through the back of Creator. There are a lot of choices. Of course, Lucky Blast cannot know where will Creator actually be, what will he aim. There are a lot of options. This is a nice thing Creator is doing. He's trying to buy himself some time by lowering all these trees and bushes, so Lucky Blast actually has to come closer and spot him out.
Question is, can Lucky Blast actually spot him through those bushes, you think, or not? I mean, he's in a lot of foliage. Will it give him enough camo to stay hidden?
Well, he has to spot him from some angle where part of the hull is actually peeking. Tracks don't count in any kind of spotting. So unless he spots part of engine or a turret or a hull, it just won't matter.
Lucky Blast now taking another approach. Creator is spotted out though. Lucky Blast, can he find an angle on towards him? He doesn't get the connection so far. He actually misses. Creator
should have a good idea where he is now, because he could see where the shell landed.
Another miss from Lucky Blast.
And the Creator faded. 25 seconds, 24, 23.
Creator is faded now. This is starting to be do or die time here for Cryptic. Lucky Blast needs to make a play, and he's pushing forward. He's coming close, and this will give Creator the opportunity to get the reset. But one reset is Lucky Blast. It's all he needs. He spots him out again. Can he get the connection? Creator turns his third as well. The bounce. 6 seconds left here. There's one opportunity left for Lucky Blast. Creator spots him out as well. Lucky Blast needs to peek. 1 second. Can he get the reset? Yes, he does. Just in the nick of time, and now he needs to run with 1 minute and 37 seconds left. But that was too close.
That was too close here, and there is still chance for Creator to catch him if he makes a mistake, but that will have to be a huge mistake. He should just get the hell out of there and not even close to the hill. Just go away, man. Just go away.
Well, Lucky Blast is now running as fast as he can, as far away as he can, and Creator, I think, realizes that this is done and dusted. With 1 minute and 15 seconds left, Lucky Blast is already making his way back towards the island, and oops, it's not going to be the 5-0 mojo, because Lucky Blast is going to win the round for his team. Creator thinks that Lucky Blast will be going towards the little city, but little does he know, he's on the island.
Yeah, it's gonna definitely be a round for Cryptic here, super close one, and there is a chance for them maybe to come back in a game. Who knows? I really don't think it's realistic, but we can give them the credit, and at least there is a chance.
There's always a chance. 42 seconds left now. Only a miracle can save Creator.
Taking about chances, you wanna take a bet, Ducky? They can?
Nope. I'm going to pass on that one.
Okay.
Well, 32 seconds left now. Creator is starting to make his way towards the island. Lucky Blast will just spot them out and run away, though. That's the issue here. Creator is going to be spotted in 1 or 2 seconds.
22 seconds. There is actually a chance here for Creator to catch him. Oh, the blind shot here coming in. And now he spots him. 15 seconds. Pedal faster a little.
He won't get to that. Lucky Blast can just hide around the corner on his right. He doesn't even need to make his way down 1-2 lines. 7, 6, and 5 seconds left. And that will be Team Cryptic picking up their first round by the hands of a Lucky Blast in his T100 light tank.
I would say if he took a offering what you said, like that you should push a corpse down and cap, he would actually have this round.
Yes, I honestly, because you can put the wreck to shield you pretty much from that side, and you just hold down. I don't know. That was the first thing I thought about.
Well, Deha doing the top damage here, but it was not enough in that crucial moment.
Still made a bad positioning mistake though.
Yeah, if
should
he
have just
survived.
either he goes behind the rock and just sits there, or he just pushes the T100.
I thought he were supposed to push him from the very first second, but they chose to do this, probably as a team, not only him, and it didn't work out. Still, it's nice that Cryptic at least took 1 round here so far. Now we will have to see how they plan to break defense of Oops on this map, which is also really good.
Yeah. I mean, Oops, I don't think they should let them bother this too much. It's 1 round.
No, it's only 1 round. It was really close one. All that counts for them here is they need 3 points, so they can really excel at top. As we said, like it's really unusual situation when we have Ding on 5th spot with 12 points, and if Oops wins this game, they will be on 21, which is like 3 full games above. That's something I haven't seen in last year and a half.
Yeah, that's just not going to happen. If Oops picks up their 2 wins this weekend, it's pretty much done deal.
Yeah.
So Oops now going to be defending. Cryptic now going to be attacking. Let's see if Oops decides to go for that middle fight as well, or they're going to be more like, yeah, no, but let's just close out the game.
They should just play their standard. We've seen them defend really well, and they don't have any reason.
They're not doing
they just
that.
want to fight.
5 A's, 1 bat, and a T100 on the defensive side for Oops. Interesting.
Pretty much the same lineup for attack. They just don't have TVP.
Yeah, it is.
And they have a T100 instead of Rheinmetall.
So let's see what Oops decides to do. They're going towards the hill to begin with. Insane is splitting off on the left-hand side though, Mojo.
Yeah, we should just listen now to the other side and see how it goes.
Well, it's going to be a straight middle engagement. Camel going towards the hill. Let's listen into Team Cryptic and see what they're doing on this one.
Ale zbiorę.
On może objeżdżać.
Dobra, nie zebrałem.
Uciekł.
Oni podjeżdżają agresywnie.
Bo oni podjeżdżają.
Wjeżdżają. To fokus.
Remek, mam tu
Nie
problem.
wjeżdżają, nie
Tymi
pękujcie tak.
Ale oni nas w krosie mają. Z Kerolfem.
A na chuj jeszcze za tą skałką.
Nie wiem, no ja tu
Basuję.
Dawajcie, wylewamy się w przód, co? Dawajcie, Jolo.
Ja-
Dawaj mocno, wypierdalaj.
Jedziemy.
Remek za wcześnie.
No ale kurwa Gremlins.
No dawajcie krofa 700. Ja już zginę.
Trzeba zrób wrak, zrób
Patrzyłem,
wrak.
że strzela. Ale zasłaniam.
Masz wrak blast.
Ja mam też amoraka.
Ale mimo, że
No nie mogę kurwa nic strzelić, pierdolę.
Patrzę na plecy, to szybko. Ja mam amoraka. Czemu się nie schowałeś za wrakiem? No kurwa.
Well, the YOLO came out from Team Cryptic, but they took so much damage on crossing towards the Oops tanks that it didn't work out whatsoever.
Much better team coverage here by Oops guys. Although Kamil did a huge mistake and fell down from the cliff and lost like 900 HP in a start. Covering of each other teammates, of Oops. We still have 7 guns in the game. Both butt-shots of Cryptic are on reload and on desperate run.
Yeah, Santi, Micmac, I think they know this is all but over for them. Micmac gonna peek out, gonna give one towards Insane. Insane cannot trade it. He's not gonna be happy about that. But now these 2 bats are spotted out. The rest of the Oops team will start closing the distance and will end this game 5-1. A little bit of, you know, dirt on their record because they lost that 1 round, but nonetheless, 3 points.
It's the same result they won Cryptic last time, and my prognosis for this match was then correct. 5-1, die!
Oh, that's not even cool, dude. That is not even cool. As Deja picks up his triple, ends it in 5-1. That's not even cool.
Why?
Why? I mean, this is just pure luck, honest to God.
Things happen. And
Yeah.
sometimes you don't push the corpse to the cap so you can win the game.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Hmm.
See, Oops should hire me, man. I got that mindset.
There you go, Ducky for hire.
Not really.
That's his business tie.
I wish. But yeah, Micmac being the top damage, but then it's Oops all around those 5As showing off. And yeah, I think Cryptic, there's too much distance to close. They took so much damage to get there.
It's not only that, like the cover fire from Oops toward each other was much better. Like whenever someone would drop HP, he would just go, his teammate would take over, while Cryptic was kind of spread left and right. There was no real coordination between Butshot push and the heavy push. It should come in the same time, and then Butshot should just...
Batshot needs to turn the turrets.
Yeah, and Butchots need to go full speed, flank
Go
them,
around,
and do
yeah.
something. Like Insane was just shooting from the side, so he would be out of the
Yeah,
game.
they just have to push around the 5As and kill
And
them.
you can't really say that Kamil is a huge damage dealer in
No.
this kind of
If
game.
they just pushed around them with the Batshots, they would probably kill them all.
So not the best play for Cryptic. Lucky Blast doing really well. I think really Ryan has him in the team. Kamil is on 3rd spot at least. Okay, not too shabby. I'm okay with that. I can live with that. As long as all of my 7 players are performing, I'm good.
That's fine for me. No worries. But yeah, strong performance from Oops. Again, not much else to say about it, to be honest. They just outplayed Team Cryptic on tactical level, individual level.
Whatever level you want, come on, look at this damage distance, 20,000. 22 almost.
Yeah. Cryptic managed to pick up 18 kills in those 6 rounds.
Compared to 41 from Oops. Like, it's really one-sided game. But what can you do? Oops is #1 team in Europe at the moment, and Cryptic is #8, so it is quite a bit of a difference.
Mojo, now we get to talk to your favorite player in the Oops team. It's going to be Kamil. Mojo, you have to be very, very happy to be talking to your absolute most favorite player.
Hi, Kamil.
Hello.
Well, I have him in my fantasy team, so Duck is a bit salty here. He's been on losing streak entire day. Whatever he does, he just turns to dust.
Kamil, are you going to be mad with me if I ask Insane to bench you for the next match?
Yes, I will.
No luck there.
It feels bad, man.
Feels bad.
But I guess that will not replace me, so.
Wow.
Wow.
That's mean.
Can you tell me, like, what kind of problem happened here on the last Mines game? Like, in that, there was not a huge level of coordination when you pushed in on Cryptic.
Our mines attack?
Yeah.
I don't know, everyone was so relaxed, everyone thought that it's won, and Deja made a mistake, also Creator at the end, but we should have won it, but as I said, we were leading 4-0 and everyone was like, okay, we got it, and at the end we didn't get it. So there's 2 stupid mistakes and we threw this game.
Did you, by any chance, like, just have an idea that Cryptic will try to brawl you on Prokhorovka all the time, so you just went for a full setup to control them, or it was just your tactic?
It was our tactic. We trained it in the previous 2 weeks all the time, and No matter against which opponent we played, we were playing this, and it was working all the time, and it worked on the match. So
Yeah, why would you change it then?
Camille, how does it feel now to be pretty much favorites in every single match you go into? Because the way you're going right now, if you keep playing like this, you'll probably be our favorite as well at the offline finals, at least mine.
I don't know. It's hard to say because it's all the time this extra pressure when you are playing against Team Crypting or Suba, like lower teams. I mean, but still we need to prepare for these games, and we cannot underestimate them. We have still like upcoming in the last 5 matches we have strong opponents, and we need to prepare really hard for these matches and prove that we are top one and win these games.
When you started this season, who did you think will be your greatest contenders? The enemies.
I think all the time was our greatest contenders, and all the time we didn't want to play against them, but now it's going really good for us and not that good for them. But I don't know, they can still recover and we can still play some bad games, but I hope we will not.
It's gonna be really hard for them to catch up to you guys because you have now 9 points straight advantage plus a win over them, I believe. Something like that.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard for anybody to really catch Oops. Does that make you feel more relaxed, knowing that you got like a little bit of a safe buffer against at least the teams that come past top 2?
We'll be working.
That might probably end our interview here.
Yep. We'll go back to us now. Thanks, Camille, for the interview anyways.
Someone put that
it
battery.
it was about to end anyways. That was the final question. That was gonna be like, thanks,
Someone
Camille.
put battery back in Camille so he can keep talking.
Wow, feels bad, man. But yeah, any final words for this match before we go into a break, Mojo?
Just strong performance here by Oops, and Camille said they were relaxed in that game. You could see it a bit.
Yeah.
And in the next one, they were not.
Well, that is our second game of the evening. When we get back from our break, it's going to be the highlight of this evening at least. It's going to be Go Hard taking on Ding. You don't want to miss that. So see you after the break. Welcome back once more to the Wargaming.net League Europe Extended Season. 2 matches down, 1 match to go, and what a match it's gonna be.
It's gonna be a match of a night for us. Clash between currently ranked 4 and 5, which we definitely didn't expect.
No,
on
we
the start
expected
of
this
the
to be a
season.
clash between rank 1 and 2.
1 and 2, yes. So Ding is going to face Go Hard. Currently, Ding has a losing streak of 3 games in a row. That's something we haven't seen
And it results into the standings.
ever.
Where Go Hard is currently above Ding, but then Utopia, Kazna, and Oops are also.
Yeah, Gohar has 2 points more, same amount of matches, 14 points, 8 matches, and Ding 12 points. But Gohar has something that Ding doesn't. They actually have a couple of wins in their belt.
That is true, but I just wonder if this is going to make Ding more eager to win now. They were very close yesterday, to be honest. I mean, I think they had Kazna crew on at least one of the 2 Prokhorovka rounds.
They had at least potential for tiebreaker, minimum.
Yes, I'd say they had at least one of the Prokhorovka rounds to take that to try a tiebreaker, but mistakes happen.
Mistakes happen. That goes both ways. Like, at the end of the day, you get what you deserve. There is no other way around it. So they really deserve to lose after dropping around on Prokhorovka like that.
I just love how Ding has like 6 times played Prokhorovka, 0 wins on attack, and guess
Unbelievable.
what? 0 wins on defense as well.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That experiment, they were banning it from the start of the season. They were like, yeah, we are ready for it. And it just didn't work out best.
Well, Mojo, let's take a look at the maps, because I don't believe Prokhorovka is going to be played today.
Probably not.
I'd be surprised.
Braka
Morovanka, what a
banned
surprise.
By Gohar, something they ban always, so no surprise there pretty much. That's a dead map for them. And there we go, Prokhorovka, sayonara. Ding is done with their experiment.
What a
so
surprise.
we might actually have a good match on hands now.
What a surprise that these 2 maps are being removed for these teams.
There you go, Sand River. It's a decent map for both of these teams, I would say. Both Gohard knows to play it well, so does Ding. I just hope that Kaizo will not do any kind of crazy rush like we've seen him against Oops, and they will actually have all 7 players.
And Himmelsdorf coming out, though, between these 2. That should be a Ding favorite.
That should definitely be a Ding favorite. It's a map that most of the teams avoid to play against Ding, but Gohard probably has an idea what they want to do with it. Otherwise, they won't accept to play it.
Yeah. I mean, it has to have a reason, right?
This
that they're
is
gonna
a
play
surprising
Himmelsdorf.
ban for me as example.
Yeah, because
completely.
Ding is really good on Ghost Town.
I really don't understand why the ban, but maybe because it's a tiebreaker map. And
Well, they banned Ghost Town yesterday as well, I think.
yeah, but specifically today. Ghost Town is a tiebreaker map, and they might just want to hold their cards for that
Perhaps.
moment.
Mines being banned by Gohard.
Yeah, they didn't play the best
He
lately.
did a thing, though. Cliff coming out. Gohard's played it twice. They've lost on it twice.
Mhm.
So that's an interesting one. And then Ruenberg.
In Ruinberg, we've seen actually how Ding super aggressively can play. So that can be quite a matchup. But that was a one-trick pony with those 7 budgets. It's not going to work twice.
No, but I'm pretty sure they have something else ready. Or they might just bring the 7 batch shots once more anyways. It was against Gohard they did this.
Yeah, but they won that attack, and then they lost defense against Gohard. And the last match between these 2 ended up in tiebreak. So honestly, I really think it's going to be a super close game, even now.
Well, let's take a look at the predictions and see, because I think I said 5-3. Yeah. I said
Well,
5-3 Ding.
I went for a tiebreaker for Ding because the last map is Ghost Town, and I think the Ding has an advantage of that one. And I believe the other maps will be pretty much equally divided. And
I don't know why, I just believe Ding today is going to show up, finally.
it's probably a possibility, but the maps are such that it's hard. But we just have to see. That doesn't mean anything. Like, I thought the same for Savage Squad and Kazna. Look how it ended, man. It was just like one-sided stomping.
Well, this
all
one
the
has
way.
the least amount of potential to be a landslide, though, if anything.
That's true. Like, I don't see... I see Gohard playing much better than on the start of the season. They are more mature now. They are thinking better tactics, but still, there are mistakes, you can see. But Ding is also making a lot of mistakes, and they're, again, no matter what, they're seasoned team, experienced team that know how to play the clutch. And I don't see an easy way for either one of them. They will have to make a full effort on this one to take the points home.
Yeah. Both these teams are going to have to put a lot of effort in to get the full points and not to go to tiebreaker. Either team really needs those points, though, to be honest. So it should be going all out to get those 3 points. Thunder is going to be the first map. Ding defending. Haven't been the greatest fan of their defense. They made it work against Kazna crew, but it was iffy. It was very iffy.
The best defense they had when they were trenching on upper side of the map, but now teams know to attack the lower side of the map, so that doesn't work anymore. You can't really do it that easily. You have to keep a bit mobile, and you just can't trench up. You just hold Patton on the top of the hill and hope everything will be the best.
Yeah, people know how to shut down that pattern now, so they can't really go for that anymore.
Patton, STRV, whatever you put up, there are angles to shoot from both sides, and everyone knows it now.
Yeah, that is true, but Sand River coming out, obviously the latest addition to the WGL. Both caps very far separated from each other, but the middle June, the most important one to control both of them. The attack spawning at the usual north base spawn, the defense a little bit more towards the east.
Really does evolve somehow around that middle June. That's funny, but it's true. But let's see, attack from Go Hard, played by 1, 2, 3, 4 Barchats, 2 VZs, 3 VZs. Really super aggressive setup here. No Pattons, no STRVs or anything else. This might be a straightforward push also.
Yeah, it might be. Might be straight down the middle, but teams have started to shy away from that one. You can see the Bats are actually going in the middle for the Go Hard side. Only Coca-Cola staying in the base. Standard start for them once more, like we've seen them do against Utopia as well. And the only reason Utopia lost that pretty much is because they tried to counter push.
Yeah, there we go. Initial push from Gohar here. This is actually something that we've seen Ding do, if you remember. And they were pressuring the cap number 2. I believe they're countering the heavy tank going on the lower side. I've seen even on CIS region that Rush, formerly known as Navi, played with Object 261. And they were actually playing it specifically so they would counter the heavy tank going for the lower cap. Because this is a new trend in a meta. You can see on Ding players that where Koritz is going on the lower side of the map, and he always goes alone because he's like a proxy spotter for his team and everyone else is sniping. When you have an arty, then he's an easy target.
These bats are going straight up and over on towards Koritz. They found them out of position. Nobody spotted them. Koritz tries to get back over, and he actually does because of some bad shooting from Gohard. Koritz makes it out alive for now, but these bats have not taken nearly enough damage. The counterplay from Gohard, they need to shut down Koritz though. They need more shots. He's down to 466. 2 more connections is what they need, and Kaizu has to make them. If not, Koritz is going to have a field day with these bad shots.
He's going to make them pay for every shot they gave so far. That's why Zafarchik is trying desperately to go with somewhere in his back and maybe try to make a play or at least protect those Bachats. Kuriz doesn't know that Negative is in reload. Shokish and Ilian are like a hornet's nest. They're trying to do something to help him.
Koritz has one more shot if Kaizu has one more shot. If Koritz realizes this, he could do an awful amount of damage, which Stefan is going to come and try to finish it off. He takes some damage in the beginning though, but Stefan picks it up together with Kaizu. The damage in return though is significant on towards that bad shot. Some bad shooting there from Gohard costing them.
I bet, yes, they did take out one tank, but they're actually lower on HP now and not in really great shape because both Stefan and Kaizo are on low HP. The thing is, that initial cowboy shooting they did will cost them dearly. If they actually manage to track Koritz when they pulled out of that ravine, if they just managed to do more damage, they would be in super better situation now. But with this, the rotation potential is a bit limited, but they still do have a failure and Negative who can play around with their HP.
That is true, but Kaizu and Negative are kind of shut down though in that area. They can't really leave Hooknik there with a nice connection. Nile actually blind shot Hooknik, but hits the heat shield, so that did not go through.
But Hulk did connect him, so it didn't really work out. 1300 HP on Nile here. Again, not a crucial thing, but still, it's slowly stacking up. 1 gun more in the game for Gohard, but about 2k HP less. 1700 to be exact.
Breakneck still sitting in this position over here that spots out a part of the cap, so that's not an option either for Gohard. How do they break this defense now, this defensive layer that Ding has set up, with Breakneck being the first pillar together with Meritorious?
This is a big problem. They need to dig out Breakneck somehow and Mary if they want to work on this cap, because they can really not pressure anymore. And with Stefan on such a low HP, he took another shot. They will actually soon be forced either to fully commit and push here or to do rotation towards Senya.
Yeah, Stefan getting spotted out by Breakneck. Breakneck giving him 1 for his trouble, saying hello. This means now Stefan's a one-shot, like you said, and if he even goes onto that cap, blind fire could kill him as well.
Yeah, that's another option. You need to push someone like Negative on cap who has 1200 HP again then. both Shokish and STRV can just blind shoot some angles before anyone even attempts to approach. But still, there is a slight issue of Meritorious in his I7, and you need a Butchers with a lot of HP to keep that one off, because he can now just risk and kill one of them easily if they're sniping.
Senya together with Elian getting some damage on towards Failware's position. Gohard still peeking everywhere to try and find that opening, but there is none right now in the defensive layer of Ding, I think.
Nah, I don't see any opening here.
They've
Like-
lost too much HP on like Stefan and Kaizu. It's a big issue.
It's a huge issue because now you have a slower tank. Okay, VZ is not slow tank, but it's slower than Bachats, and the clipping potential of these guys is much lower because the moment Stefan or Kaizu show up, they're going to be a priority target for anyone.
Breakneck still in this position. Coca Collapse would have to break the buildings down first to even find an angle on
But he's not
that.
even sure he's there.
Yeah, I mean, he was spotted when he shot Stefan, though.
Yes, but he's not sure he's still there. He doesn't know.
Meritorious still watching the crossing, which means Kaizu and Negative are really locked down in their position over there. Coca Collapse is starting to break the buildings. It's going to take a while before he managed to get through those, though. Those are big buildings. They take multiple shots.
Even with HE, it's not going to be the fastest one. Still, I don't have a feeling that Gohar at the moment has an answer what to do. That's the problem. Like, they're probably heating up the TeamSpeak, talking to each other. What are the options? Where are the positions of Ding? But Ding has the map covered, and they do have the HP to do the deal. It's almost 3000 HP now.
Yeah, Zafar is back towards that cap now. Niles pushing towards Coca Collapse. Looks like Gohard is gearing up for some sort of move at the very least.
It's going to be commitment.
Has to be a commitment. Can they make this work, though? They're going to take so much damage on the crossing.
4 minutes. The only way for them to make it work is some sloppy shooting by them. That's about that. That's the only way it can work. Stefan has to go other way. He cannot really join them. He will die on a first shell by anyone. Kaizu also has to stay away, so Failware should actually be the guy to join them.
He is moving towards them right now, actually, so he's starting to make their way. Coca Collapse still breaking buildings, as it seems. Where's Failware going to go with them? I mean, this commitment, they have to go for Meritorious, but he's covered by
3.5
Alien,
minutes.
Hulk, Shokish. All of those guns are pointing in that exact direction.
3.5 minutes. They have no choice. Like, they will have to push now. Failware is coming out to the reload, and the push will come in next few seconds.
Well, here we go. The Gohard is starting to make their way with those 5As. The damage on the crossing should be significant. Coca Collapse is the first one to take, but Zafar is the one that gets punished in his 5A. Already so much bleeding on the side of Gohard. They now have to push forward in towards Meritorious to clean out that IS-7 to even have a chance in this round. Coca Collapse leading the charge, followed up by Failware and Zafar check. Meritorious tries to get a connection, gets connected in return, but actually managed to make his way out of there. Now what does Gohard do?
It's a road of pain covered by blood of Gohard here, and they're still bleeding the HP. They still have 7 guns in the game, but the positions are definitely in Ding's favor. And they didn't take their prime goal. Meritori is still alive. Breaknik is not dead, and he can pull back.
Negative is coming in now in his Bacha, but he should be punished significantly on this crossing as well. A non-connection comes out there, actually. There comes the penetration. He's down towards the one-shot. Meritorious picks it up, easy peasy. Coca Collapse going to be the next customer, but he's not going to get anything out of Meritorious' shop either. It's closed for anybody coming from Gohard, as the one-on-one will go on here with some support from the back lines. Meritorious says thank you very much, and let the next customer please come to the desk, as Gohard fall to pieces.
24/7 service here.
Meritorious' shop always open. Shokish coming in, picks up Zafar. Breakneck picking up Fail. Mary closes out on Coca Collapse, and that leaves 3 tanks for Gohard. Ending, showing us a good defense on Sand River.
Solid defense here. Honestly, Gohard had their chance. They had a good play, they had good ideas,
They had a
had a
surprise.
chance, they had a surprise, but that questionable shooting at the start really did a number on them. And there we go, Kaizo is the last one surviving. He can farm some points, so for whoever has him in a team. But the game is definitely going toward Ding. But now we will have to see what Ding has to do about the attack on Sand River. That's going to be a crucial one.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see. Senya is now chasing down Kaizu. Kaizu can run a little bit further, a little bit longer, but he will get 2 shots in his back. She's going to win the trade here against Senya. Senya trying to get up and over. Kaizu misses, so Senya will stay alive. He's going to need some help to close out this kill. Breakneck's like, well, I'll join you, buddy. Don't worry about it. Senya wants it. Breakneck.
Can
gonna
he
get
kill
it.
both?
He can kill both. Guys who
There
picks
we go,
up
the
one.
first one died.
Senya peeks out.
Ah,
Oh, he misses his last shot though, so he can't kill both. And there's no boats on this map anyways, because it's a sand river. It's dried out. Senya
Maybe.
does not know Kaiser's reloading. He's like, I don't want to peek this.
Maybe there are some leftover boats.
Does Senya realize Kaiser's reloading? Probably not. But he picks
probably
it up
realizes
anyways.
by now.
That's the first round in favor of Ding. Solid defense.
I would say this is a good defense, but nothing special. It's standard.
It was
Something
standard.
we've seen many times over. That's what Go Hard was relying on, that Ding will play something like this. It was a blind play. It was actually a good play, good read, but as we said, sloppy shooting on the start costed them the game. But it's one game, and they will still have now to play a defense.
Yeah, now they get to play their defense. Breakneck in that bad shot, doing some crucial damage there. Hooknick actually in the SRV having a good game. All around, just solid stuff from Ding. Go Hard has a surprise. Flunked it though with the shooting. Meritorious was very happy. So many customers. So many.
But that was just like already drawn
that,
out.
that
hand.
was
Like
the
they,
last.
they were
that was
forced.
the last. Yeah, they couldn't
They
do
were
anything
forced.
else.
There is nothing they could do, and they were just coming to Ding guns, and Ding was like, yeah, sure, let's finish the game.
Yep, indeed. That is a very, very good assessment, Mojo.
Thank you, man.
You're welcome, dude.
You're so nice when you wear those ties,
I
man.
am always nice. That's the secret.
Always?
I am a very nice
Could have
human
fooled
being.
me, but I'm just gonna keep buying you the ties
I'm
all
a-
the time,
I'm
so
a
you,
very
you go
nice-
with that
I'm
personality.
a very nice human being. I am not mean to anybody. I don't bully. That's
Never?
not me. Never, ever. I'm just.
That's totally cool. So that means that you will not buy a tie, and I will have. I don't have to wear it, right?
I mean, that's just a gift. It's not bully. It's a gift from me to you.
Ah,
Sand River, second half coming out. Go Hard now going to be switching to the defense. And that's going to be Ding on the attack. And we want to see what they can bring for us. Let's see the lineups first, though. Both these teams. Let's see. SRV, 113, nice 7. Bats. A lot of bat shots here for Go Hard again. This is what they brought against Utopia, and it was like a sudden hold.
Rheinmetall on defense side of the Go Hard usually climbed up on a mountain because he doesn't need any assistance. He can do it on his own while the rest of the tanks roam around. On the other hand, like when we watch, Ding doesn't really have a good track record on attacking of Sand River. It's rather bad, 33%. The only remarkable game I can remember is when they were capping the lower side of the map, and it was against the Soup, I think.
Oh, Creed sitting in the base together with Senya. Uknik STRV with Breakneck in the middle, and the rest of the team going towards the south, and it's gonna be another one of those slow tactical games. Negative is in the same position, I think, as Breakneck was.
Yeah, it does look like a standard position for most of the teams, but interesting enough, Rheinmetall is not on a classic top of the hill
No, he
position.
took that position yesterday as well, and he did a lot of damage there.
Yeah, Stefan is completely on forward spotting for Go Hard from
He's
that
on that
side.
little hill as well.
Yeah, he climbed up there. So it's a peculiar position. I wonder what can he all control from there.
Well, he was able to control the middle June from there yesterday. He completely removed Shuku from the game from that position.
I see Senya and Breakneck are making play toward that side, and that should really expose Stefan a bit.
Well, he played it yesterday, so things should be aware, right? They should
Exactly,
know.
that's what I'm saying. Like, he should expose him, and let's see, do they have a plan against it? Are they actually marking all the tanks against that specific position?
We'll find out when they do go for it. Senya Breakneck, like you said over there, Shokish in the 113, going in the south. He's playing the E50M last time they did this. Decided that it's weak after all.
Well, 113 does have a better turret, that's for sure, and does have a heat shells, and it's still mobile, lower profile. E50M is just a bit bulky. It's good sniper, but bulky tank, easy to pen.
Well, Breakneck spots out Stefan. So there is that. Stefan took at least one shot of damage. That was from Hoknik in the STRV.
So they have a play against that, definitely. And they're positioning all the other tanks to support Shokish now.
I think Stefan can sit safe over there, though. I think he's safe. Should be good. Question if Breakneck is going to go play the middle June now. They still need to clear out negative, though. I mean, it's all nice that they did some damage against Stefan. They need to clear out negative now.
Yeah, taking only one shot with that Rheinmetall doesn't mean much, but this kind of approach they're playing now, I think, yeah, I think negative is actually their prime target.
I mean, it has to be. Otherwise they can't cap and they can't come back towards the north, so...
But Coca-Cola's being hidden here together with Nile. I don't think Ding is actually aware of that.
I don't think they know about Coca-Cola's, but I don't think it changes that much for them either. That's the question.
Zafar is spotted now, so they have a location of this I-7 also. There's more game knowledge here for them. But there is also instant response here because Kaizu is coming down from the mountains in position to snipe and cover the side of Zafar if he is pushed over the dune or wherever. And Kaizu is using those little hills on the top so he can be covered himself.
Stenya controlling Stefan's position. Well, not completely, but at least a little bit. Stefan is making some shots, I guess, towards... I guess towards Kareeds, trying to get the connection. Negative is spotted out, though, by Breakneck. Negative actually taking a lot of damage from Breakneck, trying to whip and weave between those buildings. Gets one on the move. Actually, that was Zafar, but Zafar traded really disastrous in return for that. Negative now trying to get the angle on towards Breakneck.
Zafar is tracked, and he's on one shot here.
Ooh, Zafar finally getting out of the track. 307 HP remains. Good shooting there from Ding, perma-tracking that IS-7, and also doing a lot of damage towards Negative. This is now an attackable cap for Ding.
This is a huge advantage, almost 3,000 HP here. Let's not forget that Gohard also has a light tank, not a heavy tank or anything, like a huge fighting vehicle in the Tri-Metal. So Zafar being on one shot and negative 2. Nile now taking damage in his I-7. Ding is actually doing a number on them.
Yeah, Ding is doing a lot of damage here on the attacking side already. Just about 2,300 HP up. Shokish is now looking towards Zafar trick as well. Zafar was playing with those binos yesterday, spotting the cap, but now being this low HP, Shokish, one good connection will put him out of the game. 2 or 3 HE shots will also put him out of the game.
Yeah, that will not really work out here for Gohard now, but still, it's not a done game. When you push, once you commit to a push, they need to take a lot of damage initially. So Ding still has to make a way for them. Oh, that I-7. The armor is brilliant, but yeah, they should definitely start spamming him with HE.
Gets spotted out in the STRV by that IS-7, I think, as well. So he's going to be forced.
Negative took another shot.
He's going to be forced to leave the cap again. They need to deal with Zafar. They have to deal with Zafar if they want to start capping.
Yeah, but they're still working on negative, as you can see. They're doing a number on him. He's now on 2 shot, not even 3, but Breakneck is also on lower HP, and he has to be careful. Negative is on 1 shot now. So it's entire play against Negative and Breakneck. Like, who will survive here?
Well, Break is currently a little bit more healthy than Negative, just about. But how does Ding deal with Zafar? How do they get him out of the game? Shokish is desperately trying to ping away at that IS-7.
I think the play will come from Stenya.
Hulknik did get onto the cap and spot it, though.
I think Stenya will just in one moment push and kill Zafar and then deal with the light. Because he can. There is effectively no one who can really help Zafar if Stenya just coming his back.
They don't need to deal with Zafar anymore, though, because Hulknik is capping.
Still. So they found the blind angle finally. But still, they don't know where is Bachat. Don't forget, Coca-Cola is still hidden there.
No, he got spotted. He got spotted because he shot at Breakneck. So they are aware of his position. They are aware that he is in that area. Because Breakneck peeked too far and he took 2 shots, I think, from Nile and Coca-Cola. So
it's a game of precision, guys. Like, you have a lot of minuscule little angles that you need to know where you covered and where you're not covered from certain positions.
Hulknik is capping, though. 1 minute is left on this one. Ding has time to work with. Stenya still over here, trying to control this position. Failware made a blind clip and is now going to be bailing off of that hill. So Gohard seems to be scrambling to get towards that cap to decap. And it might be Failware or Kaizu, or even the both of them that have to deal with it.
Let's see.
They're pushing down. Ilian wanted to join the cap, but he got spotted out, so that's not going to happen.
It's going to be a counter-attack by Gohard actually here. Look at this. They're mastering their forces. They're not spotting. They're approaching. It's going to be a huge push on that side.
Yeah, but now they get spotted out, so everything is spotted. Hulknik is going to bail off of this cap almost instantly. Here comes the Gohard side. Coca collapse. Failware. Kaizu making the play on towards Shokish's position. The damage needs to come out now for Ding. Shokish gets tracked, gets held. A lot of shots being wasted here. And where's the reaction coming out from Ding? Because they haven't done nearly enough damage to make this work yet.
Coca-Cola, Failware and Kaizu are still spamming a lot of shots, and Shokish is still alive. He actually managed to fire 3 shots. But Ding lost 2 players and Ilian is burning.
Ooh, Ilian is on fire. That's not great for him whatsoever. He survives on 567 HP, but is now going to be on reload. Ding, in the meantime, though, has complete Gohard pretty much surrounded. It's just Stefan in the back lines. Negative trying to make connections. Stefan needs to scramble towards his team. Senya trying to pick it up. Meritori is going to be pushing forward. This should be Ding's round, Mojo.
It should be, but it's not over yet. There is still 5 guns here on Gohard side, and the HP is close. I don't think the deal is so sealed firmly, because most of the HP for Ding is on I7 Kuriz.
Hulknik in the STRV is going to have to hold off Philware and Coca-Collapse, who are pushing forward. A non-connection comes out and a miss as well, but Elian from the side is going to be covering Hulknik to make sure he doesn't go down. Philware lines it up, doesn't get it. Elian in return does, though. Coca-Collapse trying to deal with his STRV, but Elian with the double finally gets removed by Kaizu, and this should be it for Ding, showing us how to attack on Sand River, and it's going to put Gohard at a 2-0 deficit.
It's definitely not a good position to be in, but I really believe this was a mistake by Gohard now. The initial push was good, but this second one where Failware went around to attack the STRV, ignoring the possibility that Elian is still there, I think that was a mistake, and I think this is actually where they lost this game. Because there was not much time left. They could just trench up in those little positions and keep Stefan offhand. So even if Ding tries to push them and kill them all, Stefan could run away.
1 minute and 3 seconds left. Papa Kuriz is going to be shielding his children by pushing forward. Put him in the line between them and Stefan. He doesn't see Stefan though, so Stefan got around. But the issue for the Gohard side is that they just have a hill to work with. They can just hide behind a hill.
28 seconds. Ding actually can hide really well here. Kuriz is immediately coming in to cut him off, because they need to focus on that, because Stefan does have a chance to just do a driver and shooting and try to run away in last seconds.
Stefan going to try and do a drive-by here. Senya will find him in about 2 seconds. There we go. The first shot comes out. Kuriz from the top side will give him another. Senya will come in with the finish, and that's 2-0 for Gohard. No, not for Gohard. Sorry, Mojo.
For Ding.
For Ding.
Well, at least one of your teams is, your team is doing well now. Considering they're not playing on Sunday, they need this win.
Yeah, Mojo, thanks, man.
I'm just friendly reminding.
Just rub it in, it's okay. But yeah, 2-0 lead here for Ding. Good stuff on their attack, showing how to clear out negative. Zafar, that peak though.
I was just playing nonsense. He lost about 90% of HP in that moment. For what? I don't understand. What was he thinking he's playing? Like a Kranwagen or something?
I mean, he did still do 2.1k damage though, but...
Yeah, that's fine, man. But if he was not on one shot, he would actually be a part of a later kind of push. He would be an asset for his team. And still, even with that, Gohard actually had a chance to win this game. As I said, like, the initial push was really great. It was good. It was a good choice, although they took a lot of damage. Still, the later part of the push, when they pushed around the corner to kill the STRV, that was a nonsense.
They could have drawn it out longer. They probably could have pushed the time down to 40 seconds.
Yeah.
They probably would have still died. They might have just made it on time onto the cap still, but then Stefan could actually win the game by getting a single reset.
Single reset would be enough, and then run away.
Now we're going to Himmelsdorf though, and this is the map I'm already giving to Ding to begin with. I don't know. Gohard needs to show up here, but this should be Ding's map.
100% of attack of Ding on Himmelsdorf, not so well on defense. Gohard just 50-50 on both sides.
I'm worried for Gohard here.
Well, Gohard is defending first, so if they manage to take this, there is a chance for them to actually retrieve the map, or at least play it 1-for-1. But 1-for-1 is not enough for them, considering they're already mapped down. So they need to play it all out, because Cliff doesn't look really reassuring for them. No, and that's the next map.
I don't know about Cliff either, to be honest. But Ding on the attack, type 5, double mouse, an E3, a bat, double bat actually, and a 113. Look at Gohard's defensive side, Mojo. This is aggressive, super aggressive.
But we've seen them already push the hill, if you remember. It was a super risky play, and they did a huge misplay there. But this kind of setup doesn't have to push the hill. They can actually push the courtyard and catch the tanks that are climbing up on a hill and shoot them in the back.
Well, they are splitting off in 2 groups. One going B line, the other one going 2 line, negative and Failware. Battle group number 1, Zafar battle group number 2, and everybody else in battle group number 3.
Yeah, Zafar, you know, we like you, mate, but you go alone and you go first.
All these 5As are going to be spotted out by Senya, though.
Look at Breakneck immediately going down, trying to spot what's going on. Senya and Breakneck both just making sure what's going on. Where will the pressure coming from Gohard?
But they've seen Coca collapse. They do not know about the 3 other tanks over there. Though Senya bailing out of there as quickly as he possibly can. Coca Collapse continuing to go aggressive, and they're trying to make a surround here against Ding.
Yeah, Negative and Failure are permanently spotted, so Ding actually has quite a good idea what are they doing here, where are they. Gohard is closing in, and they're closing in fast, but direct brawl with Ding with his tanks, I don't think that's the smartest idea.
Coca Collapse is going to find 2 tanks around the corner. Meritorious does not connect to Shadow. Senya backing off now, and they're going to try and push Meritorious, it looks like. It does look like that, doesn't it?
It does look like they're massing up for something, but there will be 7 players from Ding and only 6 of Gohard. Why are you doing this?
Here we go, Gohard making another commitment, this time on towards Meritorious in the mouse. Coca Collapse takes a big one already from Shockish from the hill, and this push got shut down before it even happened. Coca Collapse down and out, Niall soon to follow, and Stefan are going to be all by himself in a second or two as Niall tries to get onto the flank. Stefan takes a big one from Shockish from the hill in that E3, and this push from Gohard. It was aggressive, but that was also about it.
That was just about it. And Breakneck still didn't fire a single shell, and he's arriving with a full clip in the back of a Gohard now. 3,000 advantage here for Ding. And as I said, why would you on earth push a trenched up corner of Ding who is actually waiting for you?
Guys who are trying to shield Stefan, but it's not going to matter if the rest of your team is going down. In the meantime, you're being flanked from left, right, and center. Breakneck coming from behind. Senya as well, a double for him. He has 4 more shots to go. Hooknick as well from the other direction. And Gohard, yeah, aggressive is good, but this got shut down before it even happened.
This is wrong on so many ways and mostly prohibited on most of the channels on TV when you watch it.
Negative now, trying to get some more damage out, but it's not going to help him. Elian's still alive, and Shockish is coming off the hill slowly but surely in a full HP 3. So, Negative, good luck. Philware, I wish you commiserations as the last one alive.
Oh,
Negative.
That's the spirit, Negative. That's the spirit.
Negative chooses the honorable way out. And then Philware coming around. He's going to kill Elian, at least. He will kill Elian. The double for him. But now, there's Hooknick. And Hooknick will be like, I'll miss the shot.
Because I can.
Because I can. That's the sandwich between Hooknick and Philware. And Senya's already off of reload. Hook with the triple. That's 3-2-0, and then keeping their 100% on attack.
What is going on with the games today? Did someone like put something in the drinks of the players? Like everything starts and ends with zeros.
It's 3-0. And then gets to
Already.
defend now on Himmelsorf. That could be 4-0.
That's almost as good as a match point. I mean, we really need to see, like, will actually Gohard bring back their posture? They're constantly trying to surprise Ding. They're not trying to outplay them.
Yeah,
They're
Ding
trying
was just
to
sitting there,
surprise
though.
them. They try to surprise them on Sand River. They try to surprise them here.
But they didn't even push well. I mean, Coca Collapse got spotted, so Kuritz...
They were spotted so early. That's the point.
Yeah, Kuritz and Elian just peeked and did damage from the side. Not just that, though. Because of Coca Collapse being spotted so early, Shockish from the hill, I think, managed to do 2 shots at the very least onto the back of those 5As. I saw him put 1 into Stefan and 1 into Coca Collapse.
They lost the game practically against 5 guys. Breakneck was not there all the time.
No.
Shockish really could do a limited amount
And
of
Senya
help.
was driving up the hill and he stopped because Coca Collapse got spotted.
Yeah. So they had 5 guys, they were attacked by 7 and they still lost, but they lost because all those people were trenched up. They were waiting.
I think if Coca Collapse doesn't get spotted and they just push with everybody at the same time, it might have worked. Because Senya would be higher up the hill, Shockish wouldn't be ready. And
If they were stretched up, yeah, but they were spotted and they knew it. They knew it. It's not like someone didn't say, hey, no, I'm just going to keep it silent. Like no one saw anything. Let's go and suicide.
well, now they get to attack on their second round on Himmelsdorf, and at least they get to drive into Ding now if they want to do so. Ding get to defend, and we'll see what the Gohard lineup is going to be. Gary Barry is back.
Kawe Bawe playing the mouse as usual for Gohard. That is the only replacement when he comes into the play. He is a really good mouse player, so we will give him credit for that for sure. But can he carry against Ding? That's another story. So far, it's not really a good story.
No, it's been a 3-page story so far, to be honest. And with one, every page is Ding on top. So now Ding defending, Gohard attacking.
And Meritorious playing a nice fork. Wow, what a surprise!
I know where he's going.
For a mural place. He's actually demanding it. I want my picture on that wall.
Probably.
And if you don't give it to me, I'm gonna die here so many times that my splatters will be there. Engraved.
Look at what Breakneck's doing, though.
super aggressive here.
Meritorious as well is going aggressive, actually. If Breakneck keeps going, he's going to catch the Gorilla from Coca-Collapse.
Yeah, they're actually playing like they have idea that he's completely alone, that Stefan is actually not covering him, which he's not. Stefan is even spotted down, so he might do it.
Breakneck is starting to make his way back up. Coca-Collapse is still in that area. He needs to be so careful, because if Breakneck comes up and over, he's done. He's dead.
Breakneck will peek, he will see no one, and that will give him more room to play with. And they know there is Gorilla up, because Senya just got shot by HE from there.
No, it was Nile that hit him.
You think so?
Yeah, in the
Not
Type
Gorilla?
5. I don't think so. I'm not sure. I thought it was Nile, because he fired at the exact same moment the hit came in.
Yeah, both of them shot, and it was an HE. It could be Nile.
Oh, Breakneck is going for this. This is so risky for Gohard. This could be all over before it even started. If Young Break goes for this play, they pretty much know where everybody is
If
except
he
for
gets
Philware.
Gorilla, that's it. He's
He's
above
going
them,
for
and
it.
they're locked in.
This is Breakneck's play right now. The Gorilla spotted out by Coca-Collapse. He misses one though, so he's going to have to ram him. He needs to ram him full speed. There we go. To make up for the one bounce he had. Breakneck now has 3 shots left, and he's going to... Ooh, he bounced another one. Breakneck! This is not how it's supposed to be. He's now going to try and run away. But Breakneck, my man, this is not what's supposed to happen. Coca-Collapse is going to say thank you very much if he picks this up, and he does! Breakneck misses 2 shots on the Gorilla. This would have been the end of the round.
Point blank for 4-0, easy way. But still, it's not done. There is 3,000 advantage here for Ding. And
There's
there are
another
2
commitment.
guys here on low HP, but Senya is getting deleted here.
There's another commitment coming on the south side of the map now. Ding's going all out aggressive. Stefan comes in to join. They've lost Senya. They're about to lose Alien as well. And this is now all falling to pieces for the side of Ding. What was a beautiful play to begin with has crumbled into disaster. Pure ash remains from the fire.
What a misplay by Breakneck. Unbelievable. If someone told me, I would never believe I would witness something like that, but it did happen, and internet never forgets. And you can believe there will be some memes after this.
Young Break. He made up for the miss by ramming. That's the thing.
And then he missed again.
Yes, and that's the other thing which I don't understand. So now Kuritz in the Type 5 Heavy has 4 hungry sharks coming behind him. Stefan and Nile from one side, and more to come from the other direction. Kuritz is swinging his turret, wants to get Stefan, but he's not going to get that. And actually some team damage there on towards the back of Stefan. That's not supposed to happen either. Kuritz delivers a big blow to Philware. Yes, Gohard's dropping low, but Ding has just 3 tanks standing.
And they're not really mobile one, like a Mouse and Ice4 and Shockish, and they're all over the place. Hulk is alone now in his big mouse, but he can't really deal with these guys.
What a misplay.
Unbelievable.
That was the great, that was like a great play from Breakneck to then turn into a disastrous play from Breakneck.
Unbloody believable.
I don't believe it myself, Mojo.
Yet we did see it.
And now Coca-Collapse shooting into the back of Shockish. Shockish gets a shot on towards negative though. That is a nice connection, but now they're going to start peeking on towards Hulknik. Nile will go first with the Type 5 because he has HP to spare. Give him a big connection, 603. There comes the 50B, the 5A, and the bat shot from Stefan on another triangle. And that's a connection from Coca-Collapse from the hill, actually. He's making work in that Gorilla, thanks to Breakneck.
7 players of Gohard are still alive. That's just to rub the salt more into the wound. Mary with dead commander is gonna stay dead until the end of the game. He tries to join Shockish in some desperate attempt to team plate. It's just not gonna work out. 7 guys, you can't deal with that.
This should have been 4-0.
Easy, easy. Like that kill on Grilled and possibility to snipe entire Gohard team in the back. Plus that Grilled did so much damage after killing
He killed
Breakneck.
Senya.
He killed Senya and connected at least 2 more shots that I saw.
So yeah, good stuff there for Gohard. Getting a little bit lucky, perhaps. Oh,
Well,
Break.
they did need it. They really did need it.
This was the end. This was Gohard dead, pretty much.
Yeah, 4-0 and go to Cliff GG, but now they're still in a play and they have a chance to move back into the match. But, the game is still not done. Shockish and Mary will try something desperate, but desperation is all they have left, I believe. Sorry, but it's just not gonna work out.
He does get a nice connection there on towards Annihilator, though. Shockish peeks around the corner.
And another shot by Coca-Cola in Grille from the hill.
Coca-Collapse making work. making big work from there. Mary gets the connection on towards Stefan, but Negative picks up Shockish in the meantime, and Stefan with the triple removes Meritorious to make it 3-1. It's still in favor of Ding, but that was their round. That was 100% their round. They had it, and then they were like, you know what I mean?
Freebie.
You know what I mean?
Freebie.
They were like,
Yep.
that was an accurate representation
if
of
they
Ding.
lose a point in this match, if it goes to tiebreaker, if they even lose a match, this is the round they will forever remember. As long as they play.
Coco collapsed, did 4.4k damage
Come
because
on.
of this.
And 2 kills, man. 2 kills also.
And then Breakneck, I mean, he could have even survived. Like, the thing is, he flushed up badly, and then instead of like tracking Coca collapse, to at least be able to get past him and behind him and survive a little bit longer that way, he put the last shot into him and died.
Unbelievable.
He could have tracked him and sat behind the gorilla. He could have done that at least. You have one more shot.
There was many options, but we can be a lot of generals now. After the battle is done, and we are moving into the clip.
Ryan would make that kill.
Are you sure?
95% actually. It's called auto-aim.
I don't know, man. I actually haven't seen him play lately, so I cannot judge about that.
No fate. Zero fate.
Cliff here, 0% win rate for Gohard. They played it only once.
Only twice, though,
yeah,
like in total.
Only once and lost both sides, so that was it. Decent plays by Dink, but they didn't play it either very much. Like only 6 games, won most. So
last time they brought a Type 5 heavy on attack.
Yeah, it should be theoretical advantage here for Ding, and even in a 1-1 game case, it's still good for Ding because they will again be on a match point.
Yeah, I just wonder what the morale is after that last round.
Maybe they're happily laughing and you're such a dork.
I don't think Break is going to be very happy with that.
Well, that will be Hero's problem, but he should be over it now because the match is still on and they need this game.
Type 5 again for Ding on their attack.
Well, we've seen it was made work. It was working for Kazna and actually against Kazna. So we'll see how it will work for Ding now.
Yeah, they're bringing that Type 5 again. Last time he was on the bottom side of the map. He's going there again. Or not? Yeah, he is going there again.
He is going. They're just not going to expect the expected, you know?
I wonder if Gohard's just going to Davai. Sapphire in the 430. Mojo, you're solo casting this round. I can't go past this again.
Why 430 on Earth?
Well, last time he drove through the middle to get clipped by Papa Pavian, so you tell me. The rest of the Gohard team is pushing around the eastern side though, Mojo. Ding is going to have a quick engagement on their hands.
Gohard is doing an immediate push here. The fight will be on very soon, and I think we should hear it.
I think we should listen in with Ding because the fight's coming to them right now.
На пупке есть. 4. 5. Меня разменять. 5. Понимаю. Может туда пушить, я еду к вам. Ой, сзади 4 посадки.
Саппорт спереди.
Ну, что, я поеду по второй.
Казюмор. Сколько у тебя пуль, кореец?
КД или?
Я can click cola.
Это фиаско, братан.
Найс. А чё, блядь, что так хуёво-то?
Ну, потому что без тайпа. Тайп весь бой выключен.
Да, поэтому 5 танков выживу. Против 6 именно из-за этого.
Потому что, блядь, на тренингах вы не можете нормально играть, когда я, блядь, сразу заезжаю. Я не могу не заезжать сразу, блядь. Это просто поебатня какая-то начинается.
I think it all says what Ding guy said. Это fiasco, bratан. It's a disaster, brother. Type 5 was not there entire time and Gohard knew it. They took a lot of initial damage, but they just powered through it because they knew they will constantly have one gun more. Plus, Object 430 explained. Good DPM, and he could just pump the damage all the time while the budgets were reloading.
Yeah, I honestly thought Ding was going to shut that down in the beginning, but the connections weren't just there anymore at one point.
One gun less. It's simply that. So yes, Gohard lost one tank initially, but the rest did the job
This could go to 3-3 now.
easily. But still, Ding is now defending, and it's not an easy thing to power through.
That is true, but I mean, still.
I kind of have a feeling it's still gonna go 2-4,
Yeah, me too, in the end of the day.
and it's gonna be sold on no less than Ruinberg.
Who's defending first on Runeberg?
Ding.
Eta GG.
Maybe. We will see.
Prosta GG.
Maybe. Very possible.
Well, 5 guys from Gohard here in the top 5. Yeah, solid round from them. Meritorious in the type 5 didn't get to do too much. I honestly thought they would drive him up this time because it's such an easy counterplay what Gohard did. And that's why I thought maybe they'll drive the type 5 up this time. So if Gohard tries to counterplay, the type 5 will be there and just shut down a bot.
I just don't understand the Type 5 play. I don't get it. Like, okay, you have 6 tanks. Are they expecting they're so superior in shooting, they're just gonna kill anyone who comes?
I mean, I think they could have removed 2 guns before the fight even started, but the shooting was a little bit off.
Yeah, but the Gohard had upper position, back position, front position. They were shooting from 3
Gohard's
sides.
push wasn't even that great because the 430 was very late into the fight. It could have been much earlier even.
I think 430 is better if he's not early in the fight because then Zafar would die just for
Yeah,
nothing.
but like he still pushed out super late. There was 2 one-shots left at that point pretty much.
No.
Oh well, Ding gets to defend now, and that is Gohard gonna be on the attack. Let's take a look at the lineups. You can see them in the bottom. Looks like bot shots, TVP, the usual.
Let us see, will this game be as fast
And
and
then if
entertaining
Gohard will
for us?
YOLO, I can see Ding YOLO, that's the issue. I don't know, sometimes they just like, if
They
things don't
can-
go their way.
Rarely they do it. Rarely they do it as a surprise. But very rarely.
Gohard's climbing double bacha though.
We've seen this happen before. You get the good angles to shoot
That was
that,
Ding that did it.
the 2 line. So that's a possibility. Also, you can monitor from there. You don't have to go all the way. And this is another boost I like, where negative and the guys are. See, did they make it? No, they actually failed it.
Yeah, they did fail it.
Because from that boost, you can climb a guy above the position of Coca Collapse, and he can just like sit behind the rock unspotted.
Well, Niall and Stefan are just trying to shut down Shokash's position. That's about it. I wonder if they can actually do it when Shokash gets spotted. If they will hit him on time or he'll be dropped down already.
Yeah, but they still need to spot him first. And there we go, another attempt here, but Coca Collapse is taking some damage. And it was not a blind shot because he was spotted. Let's go. Failware negative Zafar, and there we go. Failware is up. So this is what we were talking about. Now he has that back position. But usual coverage is honestly that you have someone on mind. Corey, it's taking some blind shots here. Actually, 2 of them. So nice readout here by Gohar, guys.
Ding does have control over the hill. However, I really want to see if they can actually shut down Shokash. That's the interesting factor here. Because if not, that's a lot of time wasted. And a lot of positions wasted to try and get some connections on towards that bad shot.
Well, still, they can leave that Bacha there now, where Failware is, and do a full rotation with the remaining on the team on the right side. Kaizu is monitoring it, but Ding is expecting it, and you can see they already positioned Bachats on the top of the hill, Meritorious waking behind, and then breaking waiting behind that. So there's going to be a lot of firepower in case they try to play from that side. It doesn't look really probable, but Shokish is definitely the target. He's like with a really huge mark on his forehead there. I wonder why they didn't fire a single shell yet. Probably not to sell out their positions.
Yeah. Meritorious now moving towards the middle as well, as there's no longer a threat from the 9-0 line. Gohard climbing the backside. I mean, when they do start crossing over, they will be spotted at one point. I mean, Ding will get the info. They're just trying to make sure they hide it for as long as they possibly can.
Well, this is a crucial round for both teams, so they're going to be super careful. I mean, if Dings wins it, they're going to be on match point. Gohard, if they win it, they're going to be back in the game. After all the blunders they did so far, it's going to be a magnificent comeback.
Collapse making some more blind fire now towards Kuritsa's position. No connecting anymore though. Kuritsa has switched to the other side of the road. He's doing the UK style now. Zafar pushing slightly forwards in his bad shot as well. Trying to spot out the hill. Doesn't see anything so far though. They are wasting a lot of time for this though. and they're not getting a lot of HP out of this to do this either. That's the issue, I think. That's the issue I see with this. Negative gets spotted out. They do give 2 shots to Stenya for just 1 in return on towards Negative, but they still haven't been able to take positional advantage, though.
Negative and the guys spotted, so there is still time ticking away. It's like really a sand clock, and it doesn't work in favor of Gohar. They need to approach the mountain, they need to go to positions to proxy those guys up. It takes time. They need to flank the mountain then. It takes time. 6 minutes to go. Yes, you're playing fast tanks. Yes, you made some HP advantage, but it's not that crucial.
I think we're still looking towards Shockish, and Stefan and Nile are still in position to try and counter it. I really wonder how long they're gonna like hold on to those positions. Like, did they really expect Shockish to like just play it carelessly and try to overextend and shoot too many shots? Because that's the only way. If Shockish fires like 1 shot and drops off straight, they're not gonna do anything. If he fires 2, then he's gonna die.
If he gets greedy, that might be a game for them.
Stefan is almost on target, just needs to be a little bit more towards the left.
It's hard. It's really hard to just pinpoint blind aim from this kind of distance with all the bushes and everything. I actually expected that someone like Negative will be here from the start of the game.
Yeah, me too. But there we go. Blind fire now coming out from Stefan and Nile. They're trying to get the connections. They're missing though. They picked the wrong bush. Now they're getting close towards Shockish, but no connections coming out. Now Shockish knows. That's a lot of info.
He knows exactly that. Where are they? By the amount of wind coming around his ears, he can say, yeah, there are like definitely 2 or 3 guys shooting around me here. So they know there is several tanks of Gohar stuck on that part of the map, and that Negative is pretty much alone, not very well covered on this side. But still, Ding is defending. They have no reason whatsoever to move anywhere. Timing working in their favor. 4 minutes and 40 seconds. They're monitoring if there are any kind of possible rotations here for Ding. And soon, very soon, Gohar will have to push.
It seems like they are starting to gear up for it. It looks like the 1-2 line push because Kaiser's coming over there as well. When they... or are they? They look to be pushing 1-2 line. They look to be going for that, at least.
Yeah, they're massing up their forces. This is like a World War, man.
Once they start going, it's going to be interesting to hear what they're going to be saying once they commit to that 1-2 line.
That would definitely be the best moment for us to tune in.
We'll see. They're starting to make their way now. We'll see how far they go if they continue to push. It does look like it. It does look like they're going to make the commitment. Let's listen to the Gohar team speak and see how they're going to pull this off.
Подожди, заезжай с ним драться, когда вы замес начнете?
Нет, скорее всего, нет.
We can get
Guys,
We can stop at the house, we can stop at the house. No, we can't, keep going.
Just keep going.
I patch it from here. Make up minus 2.
Go from left,
I drop and go to you.
TVP A5, TVP A5 -1.
Ilian, kill TVP after Ilian.
I finished Kuritz.
Ilian.
TVP here -1 at least, break. Kill Ilian, he will go up. I'm reloading.
Do it fast, guys.
Pull a hollow.
Can we go back here? Leave 1 tank here, maybe here?
Yes, I'm going.
I will try to help.
Finish this one.
TVP spotted.
You
I need to shoot you.
I'm reloading 20.
Почему не продолжили push нас?
Track TVP.
Nice.
I have 1 more.
Don't die, please.
He dropped.
I'm on reload. They can push this.
I don't think they will push
They
us.
will not. But we still need to try to push them.
Okay.
Yes, we need to push.
Maybe we
25.
push from left side, maybe we push
Left
from left side.
follow, just go here. Just drop and... don't click map.
Go from left side.
No, we will push from the right and follow, we're going from here. Like,
Okay.
We have time for that?
Pull just time, yes, we have. We cannot just any chance to push this forward.
What's off? You need to go close here or no?
Yeah, we'll
Right.
spot if you can, and after that going to ramp to shoot this one who will be near the
Mhm.
building.
Go fast.
They will have...
I'll try and get to here. I'm not spotted.
You need to kill
It's
this
good
guy.
if you get spotted first now. We need to hurry up.
You need to kill this guy further after that. He will
Not
farm us.
spotted.
We just push the...
I'm gonna start trying to do
Just push
some
here,
peeking.
push on the
Ah,
right.
he doesn't know I'm here.
Fellow, when you going up. Давай, we go? Da, from right only. Давай. Let's kill Mary on the move,
They know I'm here now.
This guy?
Mary mines 1. He
Mary.
by the way. He is mines 2.
Ah, Mary is... Okay, Mary minus 2.
Go, can you give him one?
not sure.
Alki, Senya?
Ilian -3.
Play to the end, play to the end, guys.
Ilian
We can
-3.
still we can still win. Niall, you need support in the
I have
middle.
one
We
more.
need to finish this too.
Yeah, I'm
nice,
empty.
nice, nice, nice.
Empty.
TVP spotted.
Senya KD, guys.
Minus one Hulk on the hill.
Nice.
One reload.
One and half, guys, we
We
can.
need to kill
I'm
him.
going forward.
We can kill all of them. We need to kill all of them.
I'm 20 seconds.
Hulk
20
shot me.
seconds.
How much
TVP
longer?
and Vetch need to kill this.
Ah, Hulk will have to
Niall,
win
we
here.
kill this. You have time, Niall. Just yes, it's no,
still
no, no.
reloading.
Niall will kill him. Niall will kill him solo.
Hagnik is on KD, Niall.
Hulk is on KD.
I'm
Yes,
still
yes.
10 seconds.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, okay.
I think he can give
Go,
me a
go,
free
надо
shot.
мид пережать, короче.
Felder, can you aim this for a second? Can you aim this for a second? Aim this for a second.
I have 7 seconds.
Давай,
Just
давай,
aim
давай.
it.
But we
Niall,
need to
Niall,
kill
go
the
now,
patch
go now,
shot.
go now.
Alright,
Maybe
I'm
you
picking
can
up.
spot.
We need to finish all this.
Niall, you need to go now. This batch
Okay,
is
давай,
Yeah, I have
давай,
shots.
Давай, go, go, go. Kula, you need to go
This
here.
TVP also needs to go now. Come on.
In the bush now, from the left.
No, no, no. The batch is run here.
He has
Also.
a
There's
spot
both
if he
batches
run
here.
away.
Yeah, I'll go up the hill.
Yeah, guys,
to
we
go
need
to
going
hill,
up
need
to
to
the
get
hill.
the-
TVP need going up to the hill too. Batch is cap shells now. TVP here. TVP reload now. Кол, едет этого пэха без вариков?
Couldn't kill
100%
him
едет
even
этого
if I've
пэха,
got the
пробуй
first
бить её.
shell.
He doesn't know I'm
We'll
here
try
yet.
to spend time. Cola will try to finish TVP.
Yeah, he
after
doesn't know
that,
I'm here
maybe,
yet.
yeah.
Yeah, you,
No, don't
eventually,
do
but
that.
eventually we will have to 1v1 him, Felder.
Давай, I need to go filler now. Now.
Well, that was close.
That is still close. There is still some theoretical chance here, but Collapse is deleted by Breakneck. Breakneck is not missing shots anymore.
No, that he owned Niall one-on-one like he's supposed to do. Failware, 1 second, that's it. Just a 183 HP remained for Ding, but they hold on to the round. And there were some mistakes there from Gohar. I really like the way the push they did.
It was a good push.
They completely catch Shockish.
It was a really good push. They caught Shockish and they did kill Kuritz also. But then came a crucial mistake by Zafar, who extended too much, gave himself to the enemy. Breakneck just clipped him for free.
And Ilian Break and Hulk finished
Yeah,
him.
they just massacred him. And that was like almost full Bachat, who also had, I think he had 3 or 4 shells in a clip in that moment.
Yeah, he would have won that round.
They had a round. They had it in that moment, and that's, I think, the crucial moment when they dropped it. Like, all the rotation and everything, that was okay. The readouts were okay, but that was a big misplay. Coca-Cola's doing here 3.6k damage, but it's simply not enough. There
Ding
was a
seemed
widely
very
spread...
unaware of that. Shockish was completely caught off guard. Kuritz wasn't spotting it. Gohard, I guess,
Because
did it intentional.
they blind shot him and they pushed him back.
Yeah, there's very good stuff there from Gohard. Those small things, which most people won't notice. They pushed back the spotter from one side so they could drive and spot at the other.
It was good. It was good. And lining up the tanks so you can come from the blind angle also helped a lot. So it was really good play by them. It's really a shame it didn't monetize, because now they are facing Ding on defense on Ruinberg.
At least if Ding win, we can ask them a ton of questions about what's been going wrong in the last 3 matches, and I am looking forward to that.
I'm just gonna give you the lead, man.
I mean, they haven't won in 3 matches, so there's plenty of questions to be asked, you know?
Definitely.
Well, before that, though, they have to win on Ruinberg. They need 1 round. Gohard needs to win this attacking round and needs to win their defensive round to even have a chance to take the 2 points home. But Ding is going to be defending first, and it's going to be a tough nut to crack for them.
Let's see. Defense of Ding played by 1 mouse, FV heavy, a light. So this is something similar like Kazna was playing, almost identical. No FE heavy though on their side. Oh, yeah, there is an FE heavy also.
Yeah, there is an FE heavy. FE 212 heavy something.
Still.
Never forget. Well, look at this push though from Gohard. The IS-7s are going north. Everybody's going north. Only negative is split off towards the other side. Is this the all-in? It looks like it.
Breakneck doing a super aggressive spot to make sure there is no enemy there. There is a spot coming in on Gohard forces, but Koritz taking so much damage.
Oh, Kurit's getting annihilated, but Stefan doesn't fare much better on the crossing. Failware is the next one to go. He gets damaged heavily on the crossing. They get across with 2 bats. Kurit's still alive. Here come the IS-7s. This is the ultimate play from Gohard. Negative is starting to clip in towards Kuritz, though. That 113, they need to deal with him because he's going to make the kill here. He does actually get it. Great stuff there from Negative. The triple cap is on, and Ding needs to rush back towards this one because they're in a lot of trouble. Shockish in the FP215B on the crossing is going to take a lot of damage as well. And this might actually work out for Gohard.
There is still a lot of damage to be dealt. Meritorious and Hulk are there. Meri will charge in, 50B will clip out, and I think Breakneck will alone be enough to take care of the negative here. Failware is also almost dead, so nothing is dealt with yet. 15 seconds, Ding has every possible advantage.
They need to reset though, 22 seconds are left now. One reset came out and Meritorious is now pushing forwards. Failware is out of the game, and it looks like Ding has hold on just by dear life. Meritorious now pushing Kaizu as he knows he's on reload. The reset still needs to come though, 8 seconds left on this one. Alien, you need to get this one, 5 seconds. He does get it. Now Kaizu getting double teamed between Hulknick and Meritorious. Should be the final closure of this round. Meritorious with the double on towards Kaizu, and the 3 IS-7s pushing off the cap in the last ditch attempt, but it's not gonna matter. Alien goes down so far, gets traded in return, and Ding has done it. It was a good attempt from Gohard, but Ding in the end, after 3 loses, is finally gonna win a match.
Finally, Ding is coming back to their former selves, but Gohard was so close again in this round, but so close doesn't bring you the candy, it doesn't bring you any prizes, it's just another memory of a lost and lost points. 3 points will definitely go to Ding here. The game is coming to an end, and it's going to be 5-2 even. I definitely didn't expect that.
Nope, me neither. With Coca Collapse being the last man standing for the side of Gohard, he does not get another kill, and that is it. That's 5-2 in favor of Ding. 3 loss streak has been wiped across.
Well, this is a super important game for both of these teams because now Ding will overtake actually Gohard in points by one, but still very important point for them. They will be still challenging for some of the top positions. I don't think it's really viable to say they're gonna catch up to Oops, but maybe to second position is a possibility.
Is a possibility, but Oops, no.
But again, Ding lost to Kazna, and that second position is gonna be super hard to catch.
And they will have to beat Kazna straight up. No, I mean,
they lost.
It's 1-1 though between the two.
Yes. But Kazna beat them how much? 5-3. 5-3 was the first one, so they're pretty much the same. It's gonna be all about
beat
points.
Kazna 5-2? In the first round robin.
5-3.
5-3, 5-3?
Yep.
I wonder what's the next condition. I don't remember. I have to look that up actually, if it ever comes down to that.
Probably damage or something.
Probably. Well, Alien, match MVP, coming out swinging.
Really good performance here by Nile and Coca-Cola, but it's really amazing that they actually managed to do so much damage and they lost game 5-2.
That's close rounds though.
Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, this would probably end earlier if Breakneck fired those shells much better on Himmelsdorf. But he made out on round, on Cliff, I would say. On Cliff defense, he really saved the day for Ding.
Yeah, that's true. Damage is very even as well.
It's pretty even game there, but result is not. That's about that. Even kills, everything is really similar. Nothing really to stand out and say, okay, this team just dominated in this area.
Now comes my favorite part. We get to talk to Hulknick, and we get to ask him about the last 4 matches. So we're going to have a little chat with our buddy Hulknick. I think they'll be happy that they won a match. It's been a while.
It's been a while. Let's see how the drought is over.
Yeah. Hulknick, hello. How are you feeling after winning your first match after losing 3?
Not well, to be honest. Because even like when we won, it should have been much more, not much more easier, but the round that we won was a little bit difficult, and we could have won them easier. And the round that we lost, it was like completely our mistakes, but although we had a lot of mistakes in this game, so I'm not that happy.
I really have a question because I was really dying to hear your team speak after Breakneck was bouncing shells on Grille. What did you tell him in that moment?
Actually, we didn't even know that he bounced Grille.
Twice.
Yeah, I saw it only on the post-match stats that he bounced it. But like in the game, like we did see that. He didn't say anything about it, you know.
You can rewatch the VOD later. There is like a first-person view what happened there. You're gonna love it, for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna troll him about it.
But can you
For
tell
sure.
me like one idea? Like you played again with Type 5 Heavy down on Cliff and with separated tanks. What was the plan there for you guys? Because he was clearly separated from the rest of the game.
Yeah, we know, but even without that type, we we have to win that push. No, like they're pushing us, and we are 6. And if all batches make their clips, it's easy. It's not easy, but it's GG. But some batches they make their clips and took bad positions, and that's why we lost that round. Because when they were pushing, we almost killed one budget, and almost killed the second one, and then we just some budgets didn't make their shots. That's all.
Now, Hooknik, what is the difference between the Ding of this season and the Ding of last season? Because you have struggled a lot in these last 3 matches, especially against Kazna crew. Prokhorovka seems to be a little bit of a curse for you guys, even though you had possibilities to win both of those rounds against Kazna.
I can say it like this. Prokhorovka, by the tactical...
Oh la la. Skype issues all over the
Now,
place.
why does this always happen when I ask a question?
I don't know, man.
Your questions work out fine. Mine?
Maybe? Oh, there we go. You're back. You're back. And we can see you and hear you. Давай.
Okay, so if you rewatch all the games, you can see that we should have won all the games because we were ready for the pushes. We were ready about it almost every time, and even and we won the early game. And after the mid game, when it comes to late game, we just lost everything on Prokhorovka. All clutches, all the stuff, all moves were bad, and that's why we lost all games on Prokhorovka. I don't know why, because there's so many individual mistakes and coordination mistakes happen in the mid game or late game. I just can't explain it. I think we just maybe too tired for this season. I don't know why. Mentally tired, you know.
I think he's not gonna come back after this one.
Well, I mean, he answered my question anyways.
Yeah.
But stuff happens. I hope they're gonna be able to keep up this for the rest of the season, though. How they're playing now.
Well, we will see on standings, but it's getting really hot around the middle. But as we said from the start, everyone's gonna regret a point here or there.
Yes.
It's gonna come to that.
Except for Oops, probably.
Yeah, they're really doing well.
Let's take a look at the standings, though, how they are right now. Oops, obviously taking back that #1 spot, but they still have one more match to play. To
One
be
more
even with
match,
Kazna.
so they have 8 matches played, while Kazna has 9. And Utopia also has 8.
So Utopia can still be #2. Oops can be still #1. Well, can continue
And
to be
Ding
#1.
has 15 with 9 games played.
Yeah.
Same goes for Go Hard.
There is a big separation now, though. I mean, those bottom 3 teams, it's going to be a fight for who gets into the playoffs. I don't think we'll know for a while.
It's going to be fight for 6th there between those 3. And they're all viable for it because they're really super close. But Oops, if they manage to win 3 points in a next match, it's going to be 24 points. That's far, far, far away in a galaxy far beyond, you know? It's just not going to happen for anyone to catch them.
Let's go over today's results one more time, Mojo. It's been a little bit of a, whitewash. 5-0, Kazna Savage.
Unbelievable. I really didn't expect it. I mean, Savage is really underestimated team a lot, but this was just pure flunk. Kazna just steamwashed them, steamrolled them, easy.
Then Oops between Cryptic, pretty much the same story.
Yeah, even that one round was not really needed.
Nope. And then Ding between Gohard. It was a whitewash until 1 point. It would have been match point 4-0 for Ding as well.
Some risky plays by Gohard, constantly trying to surprise Ding and take them off guard instead of playing some plays like on Cliff when they attacked. Unfortunately, they actually didn't take that attack, but it was a good and solid plan. Otherwise, what they did on Sand River and so on, a lot of bad shooting in some moments. A lot of bad shooting, even from both sides. Ding actually gave them also a round on Himmelsdorf.
That is true. Now let's look into the future, Mojo, with the matches that are coming up on Sunday. First off, it's Cryptic taking on Kazna.
Do you know which team I don't see here?
Haha, good one, mate.
There is no Ding. They played twice. Ducky actually managed to misplace Ding and Kazna, so he has 6 players from Ding in his ESL Fantasy team. Unlike me, who have 6 from Kazna.
Yeah, good for you. Cryptic gonna beat Kazna straight up. Then Utopia versus Savage, and it's Suba versus Gohard. On paper, these are all whitewashes.
Definitely. So you're willing to take a bet that Cryptic is beating Kazna?
No, I'm not actually. But on paper, this is top of the league pretty much. And mid league would go hard Utopia and Kazna.
Yeah, it's bottom 3 teams: Cryptic, Savage,
it's the
and
bottom
Suba
3 teams versus pretty much
fighting,
top teams.
Everyone on top except Oops.
On paper, it doesn't look close at all.
Utopia, Kazna. It's gonna be a shorter day if they play like this, all of them.
Final thought of the day, Mojo.
Try to aim the point blank shots, break, please.
Don't bounce.
And internet never forgets.
Internet never forgets.
That is gonna stick.
That is very true. That was it from us for today. I hope you have a beautiful Friday evening. Remember this in your memory when you go to sleep. And we will see you guys back on Sunday for some more great World of Tanks. For now, I want to thank you for watching and see you next time.